Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time you watch this, man. It's Marquis, aka Cincerely Yours, and
Big Chuck, man, from the Bean, from the Bean.
you know what I'm saying, Big Chuck. What's good, man? What's going on, brother?
About to start a new week, man.
I
It's
know,
crazy,
right?
man.
That's all I be thinking about too. I'm like,
A
it's
new
Sunday. I'm
work
like,
week,
yep.
a new work week, man. It seems like I just signed out on Friday. About to sign back in on
Right.
the next couple hours, man. So
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we
where the
had
weekends
episode.
go?
I know the weekend go by too fast. We should like. I know other countries they have a 3 day weekend. They do like 40 hours, and within they do
Yeah,
40 hours in
yeah,
4 days.
they talking about that here, but I don't see that happening anytime soon in my job.
Some jobs do it, but not everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But it's
Yeah,
like sometimes it's like that in some places, just like that in general, man.
yeah.
That's like city runs. You know what I'm saying? But this is the Passive Podcast, episode 79, man. Social acceptance of yesterday. Great topic. Was that you, Chuck, that thought of that, or was that
Nah,
me?
that was red, but
Okay.
I'm gonna throw my 2 cents in there, just to get deflate the swelled head, you know.
What's good, powerful impact? I'm guessing that's SP. SP, if you want to join us, let me know. We about to get into the subject, but the first thing we want to talk about, we got fact check a news check, man. We got to talk about a couple of things. First is just the sports check in. The craziest thing is the finals. So it's 2-2 now with the Celtics. What do you think about the series so far?
I mean, it's up and down, but hey, from the way everybody's losing their marbles, man, it's a good series. I mean, you're gonna have your questionable calls, but I mean, hey, that's in any sport, man. Especially when it's the champion, when it's finals time, championship time. That's some things gonna slide. Some things, just gonna be like, damn, why did that slide? So it is what it is, man.
Nah, true, man. I think it's a good series. They're gonna, I say, game six. If it goes six, I say Celtics. If it goes seven, I still say Celtics. I just think they're the stronger team. But we'll see what happens, man. Maybe I'm biased because I'm from Boston.
SP, I don't want to comb my hair. Hey, is that a joke on me not having no hair?
Oh, I don't want to comb my hair. No, she's talking about herself. She probably didn't want.
I know,
She ain't camera ready.
I know. I'm me. I like to keep everybody smiling.
SP like to get fancy, boy. Only when certain people
Hey,
come on the show, man. When it's just me and her, she don't dress up for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Another dude get on, she be
maybe,
dressed.
maybe that's Mr. Juanito,
Yeah, yeah, it could be.
Jay
What's
Smooth.
good? Vaughn, what's
What
going
up? What
on,
up?
baby?
what's
What's good,
going on?
everybody? Big Chuck, what
How
up?
you how you doing?
Chilling, Marquis, what's going on, right?
What's going on?
Told you, I told you I'm gonna drop in.
I appreciate it, man. We just tapped into sports. All we talking about is the Celtics, of course. What you think about the
got
series?
to, got to. I'm rooting for you guys, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like I
Okay.
said before, I think when we talked early on when the playoffs started, I'm rooting for Boston. I think it's a good story. I like the coach. You know what I mean? I like the culture that they building there. Um, but I'm a little shaky, man, because it seems like they don't know how to keep that foot on their necks. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And that experience, man, like we all know Boston's a better team, but that don't matter when you play in this series sometimes. It's all mental, and I think that I don't know what those bigs are doing. Those bigs are they're not stepping up on the screens, which is crazy to me. I don't understand how sometimes you guys see that to happen. They're not doing that. It's like they're kind of getting nervous. Like you can tell. And Tatum keep losing the ball, going to the hole. I don't know what he got to do. Drink some more milk, get the calcium up or something in his hands. My man keep dropping the ball. Jaylen Brown's doing this thing, but Jaylen Brown for one, he's elite, but he has the most turnovers with the rock. Like for somebody dribbling that ball a lot. So I
This
don't
is
know,
the
man. I'm a little
question.
nervous.
This is the question in Boston. They're saying should Jaylen Brown be the number one? Because Tatum's, not doing as well. But then this, they're on Tatum's butt. Boston don't play.
Well,
Boston fans. You know what I'm saying? You miss
I
one
told you
shot, they're
how
like they're on you. They're on you.
you saw my tweet. I felt scared watching the game. I felt
Yeah, but
scared
I
watching
mean,
that game.
it's as far as the Celtics, it's next man up basically.
Yeah.
they, you can't just depend on Tatum or Brown, Williams, Horford, man. What's the other kid with the big forehead? White. It's the next man up. I mean, hey, it's not back in the Jordan era. Everybody has to chip in, man. I mean, it's not just I on the team. The way I see it, that's the way I came up.
But you know what I think, Chuck, they have to do though? When you have two young talents like that, right? It's hard. You gotta have an alpha, and Brown's the alpha. Tatum has more skill, but Tatum doesn't know how good he really is. His personality isn't like that. So, like, after a while, you gotta realize who guys are, right? Like, we know, like, by year 3 or 4 in the league, you are who you are for the most part. Like, your mentality is, right? So I feel that like Tatum has all the skills, but let him make more. Let Brown be the number one option, right? Because Tatum gonna make the right play. He might not want to take the shot, but he'll make the right play, right? For the most part. Brown wants to take the shot, is going to take the shot.
Brown will take that shot.
You know what I'm saying? He has that ego. So I think for Doka to do that, he has to kind of say, like, all right, we love both of y'all, but you got to pick the guy that's going to be that lead dog. I think every team has to have that lead dog. Like, think about Milwaukee. We know Giannis is the lead dog, so to speak, right? But Chris Middleton is the guy. But Chris Middleton is the guy that takes the last shots. Chris Middleton is the closer.
Chris Middleton, basically the quarterback, man. That's the way I'm gonna say that analogy, from football. He's the quarterback. He's the one, he's the one. Okay, you over there, you over there. Basically, I say another Isaiah Thomas with the bad boys and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Boston got a point. Boston got a point. Who they got as a strong point guard?
Smart does it. Well, Smart plays well. Smart does his thing
before he passes it.
Yeah, but if you have Tatum run, if you let Tatum create, because he can pass his ass off. Let him create everything, right? But he'll have the ball. But Brown is your number one option to score. Like, you know how, like, remember when y'all played the game where Game 3, where Brown set it up, Tatum closed it down, right?
Tatum went off in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Tatum went off. So he wants to just coast and hit his spot. Let Brown be the guy you riding on. Brown do his thing. The Tatum's gonna get up to par by 4 quarters. He be ready. He be in his own bag. But that's his mentality, though. He's not a Kobe. He's not a Jordan. He's not. You know what I'm saying? He don't have that alpha mentality. He's a great player, but we have to understand what he is and not expect him to be somebody different. You feel what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's what people are saying in the being heavyweight, that he lacks that passion, that drive to be to that elite player. I mean, he might be a good player, but then it's that, like you said, that Kobe type of mentality, or that Jordan mentality. That mentality is kind of.
But who has that though? You know what I'm saying? Like you comparing him to Kobe and Mike. That's totally different.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying they don't have. He don't have the mentality. I say I'm comparing them.
No, not you. I'm saying people. I mean, us as fans, we see Mike, we see Kobe. We bash LeBron for years. Like, yo, be more like Mike. LeBron more like LeBron. Like, we got to understand how dudes are as fans and go. You know what I'm saying? He's comfortable being that.
But
what
I say, Marcus Smart, man, he somewhat reminds me of Rodman.
Yeah, he basketball Rodman.
I'm just saying he has that Rodman mentality where, I mean, Rodman don't get it twisted. He can shoot, but Rodman he's all about defense. Locking them down and whatnot. And I mean, okay, with Draymond Green, I mean, the brother, he got a couple of screws loose, man.
Draymond, who's that?
Something going on in his head, man, because this dude, he basically, what he does, he knows what he's doing. He gets in your skin.
He plays out the game.
He gets in your head. He gets in your head. He gets in your head, which is, hey, I don't knock him for that, because I was good for that on the football field, and even when when I'm talking with my coworkers or whatever, I get in their head. I piss them off to the point where they can't function. So
it's like part of the game, right?
But that's definitely part of the game, and I mean that's
the talk.
That's what some of these cats don't understand.
Bullying.
But think about this though. What you lack in skill, Draymond has to do that, because he didn't have the skill to be like. If Draymond wasn't acting like this, he wouldn't be in the league. Like, if Draymond was on Boston, he wouldn't be playing. If he was on Detroit, he wouldn't be playing. he'll be out of the league. He'll be somewhere in Turkey playing, right? No disrespect to that, but he has to play with that edge though. That's what makes him him. So I think that he knows in his hearts of hearts that he's washed. And by that I mean like injuries could be going on playing for a while. You know, he might be 33, 30, but he's like an old 33. You know, he's not like a young 33. So I think he knows that he has to talk and get in these guys' heads because he can't compete. Like Jaylen Brown was like, yo, no, 1-4 flat, spread it out. I got Draymond on me. No one was doing that before. Normally you'd be like, yo, he's in force, he's gonna pass away from it. Now give me the ball, let me eat. I got a mismatch. Like he's calling for the ball. So I think the players know it. Draymond knows it, but he's trying to hold on to it. He has to do those games, Chuck. He has to be mental. He has to. To me, it's not basketball. You can do a hard foul, but when you're trying to pull a guy's pants down, when you're grabbing him by the neck, that's not basketball.
That's buffoonery. That's clownish. That's clownish.
Yeah, that's different, man. And I was trying to tell this to a kid one time. I was on IG, and some kid said something crazy. It was like a comment about something. I just was looking at it. I posted. I'm like, yo, it was a dude playing one-on-one with a guy, right? One of these like I forgot the dude's name. You probably seen him before. White dude, curly hair. I mean, he might be black or white. He be playing ball a lot pickup balls. And he'll tape it. He can hoop. He's like a D3 hooper, but he hoops really well. So him and his friends were playing, and he showed a video of him and his friends going back and forth with each other. And they were talking disrespectful to each other, right? And like, yo, like cursing, saying all types of stuff, right? And then so after it went off, I comment like, yo, I hope they're friends because this is in a different way, right? I kind of said that. So when I put it, some young boys jumped on. I was like, nah, man, doesn't matter. It's just basketball. You can say whatever you want to say. Like, no, that's the problem. I said because I said I see that you haven't been playing ball at different places. Like we all know there's imaginary lines in sports, right? And if you know somebody, you still don't cross that line, right? But they were talking so disrespectful. The guy was saying, nah, but it's just basketball. I said, no, that's not that's not what it is. If you're talking to another man in a certain way, it's a level of respect that has to be maintained in that conversation. Once someone goes over that line, aggression comes out. And I'm like, I'm like, yo.
Yeah, but I mean, but that's the thing. That's the thing. You know when to when and when not to cross the line. I mean, because for instance in Boston, you're not gonna go down to Washington Park running your gums, man. You're not going down there because that's where the serious ballers are at. You're not gonna go Orchard Park court running your mouth because you might be breaking dudes' ankles, but his boy just still standing there.
Yeah,
this is what I do with your moms or whatever.
Hey Chuck, you gotta tell him like for Vaughn to know what we're talking about, you gotta say something like Malcolm X or Martin Luther King Boulevard. Like
I get it.
It's a picture of a basketball court on that street. So it's like one of the toughest streets in hood streets.
Yeah. I get it because
it's another Ruckus Park. Another Ruckus Park.
It's like Ruckus Park. You're not going up there by yourself or you might be strapped.
But what it is though, in every hood in Hood USA, right? It's Hood Rules USA. You know where you going. Like I remember growing up, like I was a kid that I would go and play ball anywhere by myself. I wasn't going with nobody because my boys didn't play ball. You know what I'm saying? My close boys didn't play ball. Like they were into other stuff. They were into music. They were doing this, but I was the hooper. I was the one going, and that's how I was meeting so many different people. But I already knew that it was always a line that no one crossed. And a lot of my fist fights came from sports. It didn't come from more like a humble and chilling. It came from sports. Like it came from, and I was trying to explain it to the young boy. And I knew he was young because by young boys, I'm saying like he had to be like 20, 25 and under. I consider that like a young boy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like someone I ain't gonna chill with, but you'll grab him under your arm and kind of try to tell him a few things. And he was like, nah, man, it's basketball. Who gonna let somebody do that? I'm like, yo, you ain't been living long enough. You ain't playing in the right spots. Because you can get your jaw touched. And you better, I said, the kid better have some hands or have something with him. And I'm like, because where I'm from, where I play that, where I go, you know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So then my fights, I was like, my last fight, I was like 26. It was from playing basketball. And it was somebody I knew. It was somebody that I really knew really well for about 10 years.
Man. It gets physical.
Nah, but he crossed the imaginary lines that we talk about where he was doing something to me, and I kept saying, chill. and he because he knew me, he kept doing it more. And I was like, yo, fam, like, I can get hurt. Like, let's chill. He kept doing it. And then sometimes people catch ass whippings and it's not even their fault. Like, you're mad about something totally different. And that
That's
day,
true though. They caught in the wind.
For real, that day, God's my witness, yo. My girl, my wife now, but my girl at the time, she was pregnant, and I was expecting my oldest daughter, and she was probably like 4 or 5 months in, and I was dealing with that stuff, worried about that, and he just caught something that wasn't really meant for him. You feel what I'm saying? So that day he did what he did, and immediately when I did it, quick little 2 piece backed up, another one. I said, damn. Once I did it, I said, because our whole rule was, we never gonna beef with each other. We see each other every day. What's the point of beefing with somebody you're gonna go and see the next day? So I did what I did, and I said, damn. Immediately I felt bad, and then people, there's always the outside people blowing it up. So after it happened, my phone's blowing up, telling me what just happened that I was just in. I'm like, I was here, but I'm not talking about it. And then people kept trying to say, like, yo, I heard this happen. I'm like, nah, I'm downplaying. You know how I go, I'm downplaying, like, nah, man, it ain't that deep. And then I finally saw him again. I said, yo, pull him to the side. The man said, yo, that was my fault. I was in the wrong, 100%. And he said, he said his piece, and he said he was wrong about what he did. I said, yo, but nah, no matter what you did, I still shouldn't have did that. You feel what I'm saying? I said, yo, it wasn't even about you.
I mean, it happens. It happens, man.
It happens. But then we was cool after that.
Sad to say it happened, man.
That was all of us, man. Besides the
it happened to me on the football field.
Yeah, any more
it happened to me on the football field a couple of times. So I mean, it's nothing new. I mean, me and Big Ray, we jaw jack like there's no tomorrow, man. That's one. We jaw jack like there's no tomorrow on the football field, man. And it's just, you just get in the heat of the moment. It's just what?
Look, and that's never the real person. That's never the real person. The person you meet on a sports field or court is not the real person. Because I knew a guy I couldn't stand for 4 years of my high school career, of my life. Couldn't stand this dude. 4 years, hated him. Like, yo, I see him, it's on site.
On the court?
On the court. It was on the court. We knew each other.
We had okay, yeah.
Because he was one of those antagonistic dudes. But like he knew my girlfriend, and he'll say stuff to get back to me. Like, he was just trying to get at me in any type of way. Yeah. And I was like, yo, but I was young, like, yo, nah, if I see you, it's on. Like, I don't care. We ain't no sports, no nothing. Then all of a sudden, after I got out of school, we had mutual friends. I'm like, yeah, you kind of cool. Yo. We started hanging out a little bit. I was like, damn, yo, I want to run in your mouth, but I was wilding. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was bugging. So I always say, like, the person that you meet on the sports is not the real person. It's who you meet after when they show.
Yeah, I get it, because they got the sports mentality. That's they're in that bubble. You know what I'm saying? When they take a shower and come outside, they different person, man. Like, Chuck had an adrenaline in football, and I could tell he was a different person. You know what I'm saying? When he played, seriously.
Yeah, because you need that. You need to have that edge when you're playing, but sometimes it's hard to turn it off. But you said any other sport?
Yeah, any other sport before we move on to Juneteenth.
When it came to football,
Juneteenth.
When it came to football, I mean, man, when it came to football, that's just, like you said, that's I'm another person. I'm not big, I'm not Chuck Chill Out. I'm Chuck the Destroyer. Because if you get the Rocky not on my team, even my own brother,
this guy goes,
I blasted him, no problem. But
hey, you do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man. We go to the next one, man.
On the menu?
No, I'm good. All
right, Juneteenth, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I started looking into it. Like, Juneteenth's bigger than I thought. I put an example up there. If you see, it says, like, yesterday we missed. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but they do a black rodeo in Jacksonville, Florida. So, and I didn't know that was part of Juneteenth. So, like, but I guess it is, it's just, I guess it's bigger than what I wrote that for, is because it's bigger than I thought. So I thought it was just, celebration, black this, black that. But I get it. I guess they trying to, I guess they're branching out. In a sense, what do you think they're doing when they put rodeo in type of the Juneteenth celebration? You know what I mean? Like, because I never would think that. Like,
if it's something that's been going on for years, I mean, don't get, I'm, gotta excuse my ignorance, man, but I just learned about Juneteenth from, say, last 10, 15, 5, 10 years, man. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, because they weren't promoting it. I mean, in our community, they might have been promoting it, but me, I'm not one to be going to all these cookouts and stuff because folks don't know how to they don't know how to act, and it's sad.
Mm-hmm.
So, when they started talking about it, Juneteenth, that was Juneteenth. So, hey, being the person that I am, I went and did my research. I looked it up, Googled it, talked to, a couple of, old heads that I know from back in the day that was all about knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
When they told me what they, when they said what they said, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, damn, I didn't realize that. It's crazy. That's why I say you got to excuse my ignorance on it. Because I didn't know.
No, I didn't know either. I didn't know. I mean, I knew about Juneteenth, but but it was like you said, it wasn't really promoted like, I don't know, Christmas or something, right? Whatever you want to call it, something big, right?
Well,
so it's kind of new to a lot of people, I think, and a lot of Black culture. But if you like really in the dirt of Black culture, you probably knew about it prior to anyone else, right? Vaughn, when did you find out about Juneteenth and and what do you think about Juneteenth?
Yeah, not similar to you guys. I found out probably, I would say, in the last 5 years, honestly. Just because not taught. It's part of history that people don't want to discuss, and go back to the critical race theory stuff, all that other stuff like that people kind of want you to forget, like the Nelson Mandela effect, So I think it's great, I think we should celebrate that. But then it's also it's capitalist, it's capitalist society, right? So you're gonna capitalize off that. Everybody should, right? It's what we do, right? So the rodeo part, I'm not surprised, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but the thing that's crazy about our people, I mean African Americans, or some people don't even say African American, we say Black American, right?
Black,
Because
whatever.
Because you say Black American, because if you don't have any no sense of Africa, really, you're Black American, right? Because even if you start looking into the African culture, some of them look down on Black Americans,
They do.
because they feel we got caught. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all got caught, we good, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, but as far as that, it's like I think that sometimes we as people, we get overprotective of certain things, right? So I think that we go like, all right, you think about Pride Month. June is Pride Month, right? So when you have Pride Month, you have Old Navy has sales, Gap has sales, Black History Month. Target has shirts with little Black kids on it, and they making money off and stuff like that. And someone said, and I don't know if you guys knew this, that Walmart wanted to have a Juneteenth ice cream.
Right? Oh, I heard about that, and they blew it up.
And people went crazy, right?
They went bananas.
And I was like, yo,
you had it on your podcast, right? What episode?
Yeah, I had, like episode 1 or something like that. Yeah. Yo, I was like, why are we mad about ice cream? It was red velvet and something else. I want to try it too, right? Why not? But you might have a you might have a St. Patrick's one, but we don't know the background of why they were doing that, right? We don't know who was on that board. We don't know if they couldn't go using a Black vendor to get the we don't know any of that. But people said they're trying to capitalize off our pain. I'm like, duh, that's what we do everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You have all these different parades, these different sales, 4th of July stuff, Memorial Day, pick up your TV, it's a sale on your TV. You know what I'm saying? It's troops that passed away because of that, but for that, right? You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm not surprised at the Black Rodeo. I think it's a dope idea. You know what I'm saying? They're all Black cowboys. They were and they still are. There are a lot of Black people that are into rodeo. Might not be me, but if you go to Texas, you know what I'm saying?
They're Black cowboys. I mean, they were Black cowboys. My mother's in the chat talking about this. They were Black cowboys. I know that. Like, I remember that, and I know of it, and I know the history of Black cowboys. Not all of it, but I know some. But in my mind, I was like, I didn't. When I think of Juneteenth, I don't be like the Cowboys, and I don't. That's why I was surprised to see it when I was doing some research.
Think about anything, that's all.
Yeah, think about anything Black. Anything Black. Yeah. So no, saying funny though, but say it ever said the NBA finals start on Juneteenth. Everybody mad as hell. Right? Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Johnny Black, man. So
yeah. So think about the cowboy thing or rodeo. Anything that got Black people involved, so it could be anything. I'm not surprised that if it could be a Black soul food cooking contest. You know what I'm saying? That might be a little more. That might be a little extra. But you know what I'm saying? It could be something like that too. We don't know what they're gonna come up with.
All day, man.
Yeah, I think there was a museum or something that got they got flack for having was it either watermelon or chicken or something?
Ooh, yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, it's like chicken on a menu, right?
I seen that, and I'm like, I was talking to my wife about it. I'm like, she was like, why would people get mad? I'm like, you don't know that they say watermelons is, excuse my language, nigga grapes. When I said that, she looked at me. I'm like, yeah.
Hold on.
You never heard that? Watermelon? They call them nigga grapes.
Yeah, he right.
Grapes.
Chuck right. I heard
I'm
that
dead
too.
serious, man.
Yo, Joe.
And it's sad. It's sad, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck. My boys laugh at me to this day. My wife laughs at me too. Yeah, I will not eat watermelon or chicken and public in front of the wife.
Wait.
At the same time.
What about yellow watermelon?
At the same time?
What about the yellow? The yellow watermelon?
Nah, I won't eat it. I won't do it. Like so if you have some fruit salad, all right, if it's fruit salad, right? You grab the fruit salad, whatever. It's cut up, you can get away with it. But if it's like still on the rind, I'm good on that. Yeah, I won't do it. I don't care how bad I want that watermelon, I'm not eating it. Can't do it, bro.
Brother, I was the same way until I found out that the watermelon is actually good for you. It hydrates your body.
Oh no, it's good for you. You just gotta eat it on the low, like I'm saying.
Nah, you know what, man? I go to the supermarket. I ain't got no problem. I go to the supermarket. If it's already cut up in a package, hey, I'll buy that. I slice it off the line. I put it in my blender. That's my juice for the day. That and a little ginger. That's my juice.
But it's funny how we think about stuff, right? Like I tell people how like black people, we think about stuff differently. Like when we see certain things, we can't.
Our stereotypes are stuck in our heads, man. And like number 3, it kind of goes into number 2 and 4. So music month. This is music month, Black History Music Month. Like a lot of jazz and just music in general. But today is Puerto Rican Day. So they do carnivals, festivals, stuff like that.
Shout out to my boy.
Have you guys ever been? Have you celebrate? You guys celebrate Puerto Rican festivals and parades and stuff like that?
As far as the festival, I mean, growing up with Juan.
It was Puerto Rican, man.
Juan's Puerto Rican, so I used to go. I used to always go to the Puerto Rican festival. They used to have a festival up in Franklin Park, but they moved it from there. I'm not sure if it's down in City Hall Plaza.
Now it is.
They might have moved.
I think so.
They moved it. So I'm not sure. But I mean, I went to school with I went to school in Jamaica Plain. Jamaica Plain, basically, they call that the Spanish section of Boston. So I grew up with a lot of grew up with a lot of Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and other Spanish speaking students and stuff. So hey, I seen the flag. I see the flag automatically. I know what's going on.
No time it is, right?
Yeah, it's nothing new to me, man. I mean, hey, I love their food. I love their food.
Yo.
I got an opportunity to go over there, so I want to go back.
Yeah.
You're married, man. Go ahead, Vaughn.
No, even with the missus. Even with the missus.
I'm
matter.
Playing around.
With the missus, man, because
I respect it fully, man. Anybody celebrating their heritage, like do you know what I'm saying? I never been to an event because it used to get crazy over in the city in New York. Like Puerto Rican Day Parade, man, catching cases out there. People were it was crazy. Catching cases, getting buck 50, those type of stuff happening. So we wouldn't go out there. Like I wouldn't go out for that because to me it's just too many people and too many people, liquor and hot weather. Well, it's not hot today, but
like in New York,
typically hot weather.
You would be able to see stars. You never went to go see the stars, like the people that would show up in the parades.
Nah, because typically
they're Angie Martinez's and all them.
Yeah, they typically would show up. Like, we can see it on TV if we really wanted to. Sometimes they would be correlating with like around prom season, right? So I remember one year I was in high school, we had prom the next day. Well, we had the prom like on a Friday. We were gonna come back up. We went to like the Poconos, whatever, and was gonna come back up, go to the parade. We was like, nah, man, like just don't want to deal with that, man. Like it's a different kind of beast up here when that happens, man. Like it like normally ain't nothing good coming out of it, especially when you're around a certain age and you into certain things, you running around like there's a lot of traffic. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah, I'm gonna say
so
yeah.
I
You don't
want
want
to
to
rock with
want
it.
to be around it, even though like there's scantily clad women that you might want to go check out.
Well, by traffic, I don't listen. By traffic, I don't mean cars. I
Yeah,
mean
yeah.
people. I
People,
mean
yeah,
just
people, a lot of
traffic,
people. Yeah,
and a lot of times it's just be, you know, a lot of things pop off there that they don't really put on camera. They don't show. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of stuff be
Yeah,
happening, and a lot of gang
yeah.
activity be happening. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the
You got
same thing with
the
the Urban
LKs up
Festival with
there.
us.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying? So
like the
it'd be a lot
Urban
of
Festival
things
in
popping out
Boston.
there. Yeah, but I respect it though, and it's definitely a beautiful thing. And I feel my people, they will pop out there, but I'm like, I'm good. Let me know how it was.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, it was smaller here in Boston, but New York, I never been to New York when I always wanted to. But then I heard stories like you, like it's saying it's so crowded, it's crazy like that. So I
Yeah, it'd
never
be
attempted.
crazy. A few years ago, well, not a few years, I'm bugging, maybe like 10 to 15, like acute, like dudes caught cases, like literally cases, because like they were like, you know, they were drunk and they were ripping clothes off of chicks. It was crazy, crazy. And like they were putting everybody was getting bad. If you was around that, you was getting bad. You couldn't even be a part of it. You could just be in it. They was putting everybody in the paddy wagon. You know what I'm saying? People got
Oh
cases.
man,
Did some
I
time
heard
up.
about
Did some
that.
Yeah,
I
time
heard
up.
about that.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
heard about that, man.
so,
That was wild, man.
yeah. People did some time behind that, and they still. I think now it's probably a little more tamer. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Because cops are out there enforced, but who knows? Man.
Well, I don't know. It's getting too crazy for us with just more cops. It's just people snipers on the roof. It's just not fun no more. So, but you know,
Nah.
I like I said, just to cut that off, man. You know, shout out to everybody that's celebrating their heritage and stuff, man.
Well,
But this is the Pastor Pocket episode 79, social acceptance of yesterday, man. The subjects are below. So the first topic, man, we just gonna jump in this. Listen, back in the day, we couldn't wear a mask in public. You know what I'm saying? Like it just didn't seem it was out of the ordinary. We we couldn't wear a mask in bank. So that's one of the things, just to start us off and to start us off slow because we got other stuff, other ones deeper. But
yeah.
what do you guys think about that? Not wearing like back in the day, compared to back, now we couldn't dress up in a mask and go in the bank and like, what up?
Yo, it got to the point, man. They, if you had a mask on, it, they got the security guard at the door. Yo, tell you to take it off, take your hat off. He ain't give a damn if you had bedhead or what. Just take it off. And it's crazy, man. Even I think at one point I even think it was even with females with the scarves and stuff. They used to make them take it off their head, and it's now, hey,
You talking about the banks? They used
yeah.
to make the black girls take off the scarves.
It wasn't just black. It wasn't just black girls. They used to
Anybody
make
has
take the
scarf,
scarves
yeah.
off their head. And I
Yeah,
think that was like right around the time when you had like the Somalians or the Muslim women that wore, they wore the hijabs and the full face veils and stuff. So it was right around that time, and they used to make them take it off, or they couldn't come in. So
yeah, I
it's
mean,
sad.
I dig it. I mean, things are always evolving. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised, but like, I saw some of the other topics, and we're gonna get to that too. But I'm not. I mean, COVID changed a lot of stuff, man. You're gonna have like I say BC and AC before COVID and after COVID. So kind of like how
Yeah.
back in 9/11 happened, where it was before 9/11 and after. And things have just changed the way we did things. So I'm not surprised at that, but I'm surprised it hasn't been like more robberies. Well, there are a lot of robberies going on. People getting got out there. Like I know that for a fact, but it's not being reported on as much. You can see what I'm saying? Because like they don't want the media controls the narrative, right? So
Yeah.
they don't want to do that. Like they don't want to tell you that stuff because they want you to have the mask on for your safety. But they start talking about people getting robbed. People be afraid that they see somebody with a mask. But it's happening though. Like you don't know who to trust. So I think
Yeah,
that's a
that's the
thing.
thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, like, say for instance, like when I get on the train, to go to work and stuff, I put my mask on. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. You look at me or not. It's my safety over your safety. If you want to sit there, the person next to you unmasked, coughing and hacking and shit, and I'm looking, I move to the side. I move over because, yeah, I might have my mask on, but still at the end of the day, man, that's just disgusting to me, man. You don't cover your
Yeah.
mouth and you just sitting there hacking and all the other stuff, man.
Most definitely.
Before COVID, they were doing that.
And after that, they're still doing it after.
Yeah.
Yo, the next topic, man, because that one's, I just want to start it off, but like, let's go to being active, going outside and workouts. Like a lot of people are not, this is prior to COVID. I think like back in the day, it seemed like we were more athletic. We were at least the kids, us growing up. At least I can speak to myself. Us growing up, we were outside. We were outside. Like we say, people say I'm outside. We were really outside. These kids are playing more, of course, more video games and more virtual reality and things of that nature. And I understand what the process and where it's going, but I just remember being more active and not putting on the weight, because a lot of Americans and people in general, now they're gaining more weight because the kids are not out there doing their thing. What do you guys think?
I mean, well, with us, man. With us, man. I mean, we walked everywhere we went, man. It got to the point, man, we were walking, it'd be like 4 or 5 of us deep walking, going to the different basketball courts around the city, or say, for instance, we're going downtown. We're going downtown to, catch a movie, or even go to the arcade. We walked. We played sports. I mean, I must have ran basketball, versus damn near every neighborhood in Boston. Between, junior high school and, when I, got out of high school. Same thing with football, man. We was going to different neighborhoods playing them in football, but everybody was in shape. It wasn't, you might have 1 or 2 people.
Did you come with us with the Garden, Chuck? Yeah.
I was there. But I'm just saying, folks weren't even, we weren't even winded. We we played 5, 6 games. Sit down, get a breather, go back out there, play one last game before everybody bounces.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these kids don't do that.
No.
They get winded just walking up the stairs.
Going to the corner store.
Going to the corner store, get that bag of chips and that soda or whatever, whatever they get now.
Mm-hmm.
They get when they go to the ice cream truck.
To get the ice cream.
I'm dead serious.
Yo, there was an ice cream truck in front of my house this morning.
Kids outside of my house. One of the kids outside of my house. Now I'm sitting there watching him. My man, he got up and walked to the ice cream truck and he was winded. And I'm just looking, I'm like, are you fucking serious? I'm like, we used to chase the ice cream truck a couple of blocks. Get to the window. Say what we wanted, all in one breath. It wasn't even winded. So, hey.
What do you think, Vaughn, for being active? You think the kids are less active, I would say?
Yeah, 100% less active. I think they have more options than we had. I think it's society. I think it's safeness. Parents don't want their kids to be out as much as they used to. I remember times where, prime example, I live in the Bronx. At one point, I'd be outside every day. My mom could see me from the front window in the projects. And then we moved to another area, and the closest park was behind the building to the left. And she couldn't see me.
Okay.
And she said, yo, you can't go out there.
Yeah.
Because I can't see you. So when that happened, for a year and a half, I come home from school, play my little Nintendo, put on weight, right? Always was a skinny kid, but put on weight because at that time she didn't want me to go out there. She felt it wasn't safe for me to be out there. Then I moved somewhere else, started doing more organized sports when I was 8. Everything. Then every little weight that I gained, lost it right away. Out more, all about the environment you're in, right? So I think that, and then I also think it's just social media, man. Kids are into their phones more than anything, and I think that we didn't have that growing up. So realistically, you had to really go to each of your people's house to see if someone was home. You might leave your house at 12 o'clock.
You did.
I'm gonna leave my house at 12 o'clock. I'm gonna take my shower. I'm gonna eat my cereal. About 11:30, I'm on the move, right? I'm gonna go to John's house. I'm gonna go to Ian's house, and I'm gonna go to so-and-so house, and I'm gonna see if I find somebody. And if I go to John's house and John, mom said he left, I'm like, damn, I ain't got no cell phone, so I gotta see where he might be. Where he might go. So I'm gonna go to everyone's house.
He might be at the court, he might be at the,
yeah.
the store, the barber
you
shop.
walking. And then by your third stop, you see John and Ian at 7-Eleven. You're like, oh, all right, boom, now we together, and then y'all gonna move somewhere else, pick somebody else up. So you always you were moving. Now kids just grab their phone. They're like, yo, they get a group chat. Like, yo, what's going on? Now I'm at the crib today. I ain't doing that. Now you're gonna play Call of Duty. Like, yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm a little tired too. Blah blah blah. So that's why the kids that always stay in shape are the ones that are athletically inclined, right? So before you didn't have to be an athlete to be in shape. Like you just out. Like you were just a kid that was in shape. But now, if you're like playing a football, playing a basketball, playing a soccer, playing a baseball, you're constantly traveling, you're constantly working out, you're constantly doing that. And those kids are more in shape than the kids that aren't into sports. So you got a kid that's in the art. He or she might be out of shape, quote unquote, compared to another kid because they're just doing everything on their phone. They don't want to be out there doing that stuff. And then gym doesn't make you do it like it used to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, in school, like, is there a gym in school? Is there like,
they still have gym somewhat. They have it somewhat.
But even that's kind of savage. Like, think about this. You telling a kid to go sweat their ass off and then go back, put the clothes back on, go back to school the rest of the day. Like, think about this. When you go to the gym right now, what you do? Yo, you go to the gym, you come home, take a shower, change your clothes, and get your day going, however it's going to be. So you're expecting the 13, 14, whatever, 17, whatever, your kid to sweat in gym, and he has the first period, and hopefully he brings some deodorant with him and bring some stuff with him, and he gonna take a shower in high school. Those days of taking showers in high school are over. So you got the kids that be in gym, they don't want to sweat. So they're sitting there. Like, remember back in the day, you had girls like, yo, I'm just changing so I won't get an A. Or I won't get an F. Some girls wouldn't even change. They'll go, yo, give me whatever you got to give it to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to sit here in the corner. Or if they do change, you know what I'm saying? They do change to get keep their grades up. They're not going to work hard. So they're like, yo, I'm going to change. I'll be in the corner. And I'm just going to sit here so I won't fail. And then we used to get mad at them. Like, if she don't want to play, we sweating like dogs, right? We sweating. And she was smart. She was smarter than us. She's like, yo, I'm not gonna stink all day. Like, y'all stink from this is only it's 9 a.m. You gotta be here at 2:30, 3 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So I think all that plays a part. But I don't think there's no way you can go back on it. I think we gotta just make sure our kids are active, like get them outside, like because the schools ain't gonna do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not their responsibility. It starts at home. You know what I mean?
It starts at home.
It definitely starts at home, man. Because I mean, I tell my boys, I got a 13 and a 9-year-old. Yo, you better get to doing something, man, because you're gonna be doing some push-ups in a minute if I got to tell you more than once. My youngest one, he knows how to do push-ups. He knows I'm not playing. I tell him one time, yo, do what you got, do what your mother tell you to do. If I gotta hear her say your name one more time, yo, give me 25 on the fingertips. On the fingertips.
Next topic at hand is sharing info freely. We were just talking about social media with the kids being so sharing info freely, social media contracts. You know, like, I'm not just a contract. This is just an example of something being funny, but nobody reads when you sign up for something. You're not reading. Who's reading that 90,000 page contract? We're just going to the end and saying accept, and then we're on a new platform, right? So you know, so I'll let Vaughn go first. So you know, you was talking about it earlier, but the kids, you know, sharing info freely. Like we just every people know us. Facebook knows us. You know what I mean? Instagram knows us. The rich people know us.
Yeah. So my oldest is 14. So that's when it starts getting a little harder to do certain things, right? So, but I always have the family share type of thing. So I approve every app she get. If she doesn't get an app, no IG, not happening. Snapchat, not really too much. She was on it, and she kind of like whatever. But she talks to her friends on that more than texting. Kids use social media more than text. You know what I'm saying? And that to me, that's asinine, because I'm like, if you have my number, don't reach out to me. If you want to reach out to me, if you got my number, don't send me a message on a social media app, because I might not check it. Like, if you want something, hit me on my line. I got you. This is how I'm programmed. But then I'll tell her about being careful with certain things, right? Like, even for ourselves, like, you get the spam calls, we know information's out there. Like, I know Big Brother's watching, I get it. You know what I'm saying? And we can't avoid that. But I try to let her know that, you know, once you put something on the internet, it's there forever. You know what I'm saying? You think it's gone, but it's there, right? So watch what you put out there. watch what you share. You know what I'm saying? And don't be naive. You kind of see what I'm saying? Like, you have any questions, hit me up. And I really worry about the kids on social media than I do the adults. Adults are like, yo, you're old enough to know what you want to do, whatever. But kids, they manipulative. You know, they don't know. So I think it is kind of it's a slippery slope that we're already too engulfed in to change, right? So I don't know how it's going to change, but we have to monitor it.
No, you're right, Chuck.
Yeah, I agree with Vaughn. I mean, well, neither one of my boys, well, other than YouTube, they're not on the other ones at all. I mean, well, my youngest, he likes the TikTok videos on YouTube and whatnot, so he got that from his mama. But usually he's watching, he's watching he's watching the comedy thing, like whatever the little funny things they do. Not the TikTok challenges, thankfully. But
Great challenges.
as far all that he's not into that because he knows he get hurt. First thing I'm gonna say, I bet your ass won't do it again.
Hell no.
But thankfully, neither one of my boys is into it. But my oldest, he's been bugging me and my wife to get him a phone. I mean, we've been wanting to get him a phone, but the thing about it is, he's quiet. He keeps to himself. He doesn't somewhat speaks up for himself. And my thing is, if somebody does do something to my son, I don't want to hear sorry. Sorry. No. We send him there to get his education and to get, to learn what he's not learning at home. And if you allow somebody's child to do something to my child, there's no sorry, Mr. Shears. We can't, we dropped the ball because somebody's ass is gonna be sorry. I'm sorry to say. I don't want to hear that. Mom and dad, go talk to the angry black guy over there with the bald black guy because he got something.
Chuck, stop being angry, man. Your stereotype is not real. You're a titty bitch.
I know.
You talk all that trash, man. Yo, number 4 is car safety. Seatbelts right on your parents' lap. I said lap. And remember back in the day.
But that was back in the day, man.
I never did that, bro.
Now it's like you got if you don't have that seatbelt on, you're getting $1 million ticket. I'm just saying. It was free. You used to have 50 kids in the station wagon driving.
I mean, we used to sit in the back of the pickup trucks, man.
Yeah, I did that.
Remember, we used to sit in the back of the pickup truck going to our basketball games or whatever, football games or whatever.
But that I think when you know better, you do better, right? So the more you know about people getting hurt and things can happen, you're like, nah, I ain't the move. You know what I'm saying? You start like
this is a positive one. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have them all crazy, but this is one that actually improves, safety and getting, some lives, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, back in the day, it was loose. Like we had, I when my mother drove us around, no seatbelts. We're driving it. We're in the middle of the seat. We're on their laps. We're driving, we're doing all types of stuff as a kid. You know what I'm saying? And
like 7 of us in a 7 of us in a Ford Esco with 2 doors. Everybody crept in the back and whatever, lapped on lap. Yeah, that's understandable. But now, I mean, being a parent, I mean, bringing my firstborn home, man. Yo, I made sure the seat, the car seat was. I made sure it was strapped in. I made sure that none of the straps was frayed or nothing, man. I'm driving, I had a Camry, so I'm driving, making sure, nobody's going to run in the back of me. I'm not going to run into nobody. I just wanted to get him from the hospital to the house. And, even if we were stopping at my mom's house, I always wanted to make sure I get from point A to point B without any issues, man. That's what either one of my boys.
That's a fact.
I just want to throw a pause one in, but let's go to smoking the skunk, right? It's legal, it's not legal. I'm talking about cigarettes, it could be cigarettes or weed, but that changed completely. 20, 30 years ago, we were smoking in, diners or smoking right in front of the 2-year-old, right, blowing smoke in their face. And it was no one said nothing about it, but now it's a lot of, restriction, of course, for safety. But like, what do you guys think about the smoking thing? How smoke, like, it could be weed or cigarettes. Like, how that transition to now?
I mean, for me, I mean, it's been 11, 12 years since I smoked a cigarette. But I never smoked in front of my smoked in front of my two boys. Well, I never smoked in front of my oldest because by the time I came, I had already quit. But even like with my niece and nephews, when they were around, I would go outside and around the corner. I got out of their view because I didn't want them to see, Uncle Chuck, the soldier, smoking cigarettes and whatnot. So, I did it. I didn't do it in their view compared to my pops. My pops, he'll just break out the Marlboro Red, crack his Miller Light and just be smoking, puffing away and whatever. So, times are different. Like y'all said.
Yeah.
I say it's for the best.
I think it's great as far as the cigarette part because I used to always hate. I never smoked cigarettes, never liked cigarettes. I used to always hate being close to somebody and I gotta smell it. I didn't mind somebody smoke, but like if you're in the plane, exact change, you're in the restaurant, you trying to chill, you trying to eat your food, and somebody is cracking a pack right next to you. It's like, come on, like you know what I mean? But I'm glad they did that for the health of everybody. Secondhand smoke is for real. People get lung cancer that don't even smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, how's that possible?
Yeah.
Secondhand smoke.
That
Yeah, secondhand smoke.
Yeah.
It went down. The numbers went down, of course.
Oh, definitely. For the kids and for the people that, and then the weed thing is a crazy thing to me because everywhere I go, I smell weed. I smell weed everywhere I go. Like,
everywhere now. Everywhere.
Like everywhere. Like if you walking down the street, I got a dispensary. My man told me it's like 2 miles from my house. I haven't seen it long around the corner. But everywhere we go, I'm driving the car. If I'm at a stoplight, I smell weed. I smell it. It's to the point where I don't even think the kids know it's weed. because the kids are smelling it so much that I don't think they understand that. Like back in the day,
conditioned to smell that like a regular, it's like a cigarette. Like we know cigarettes, we got conditioned.
Exactly.
They're conditioned to weed smell, right?
Yeah, they're conditioned to it. Because I remember, like we would know, like when we were younger, even 5, 10, even 5 years ago. Oh, somebody blazing right now. Where's it at? You can tell, right?
Yep.
Now it's like everybody blazing. Like what's going on? Like so, I think kids are kind of think it's cigarettes. They don't see anything.
It's a normal routine.
I mean, you could be walking down the street, man, and a car just go by, and all of a sudden you just get that strong smell. It's like, damn, somebody blazing, somebody smoking that good shit.
Yeah,
even when you're in your car with your windows rolled up, they roll right by you. Like,
it's coming through the vents. That's the crazy part to me. That's the biggest adjustment for me because I'll be like, yo, I'm sitting there, I'm driving, somebody walking past me in the street and I smell it. Like, yo, damn, I remember two years ago, you gotta go to an alley or something. You gotta go hide and do this. Now you can't gotta hide anymore. So we'll see. People get out of jail for it. See what happens.
Hopefully, like
overturn some convictions.
The laws do change, and we, a lot of people that got incarcerated for weed. That's another subject. Hopefully they get out, and they can't get their time back, but they can get,
They probably won't though because if a rule changes, but when you did it, it was illegal. Then that's how they hold over your head.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo, it's legal now, but when you did it, it wasn't. Like you know what I'm saying? That's how they get people, and that's how they kind of keep people.
Yeah, that's a double-edged sword right there. That's a double-edged sword right there, man. Because okay, you got these cats with these weed convictions. I'm not gonna say drugs because some drugs are still illegal, but you got some of these people with these weed convictions on their records, and say like if they want to get one of these high-paying jobs, and they do a background check, and you can't lie and say you haven't been convicted or whatnot, but I mean, but when when they found out you was convicted, regardless if it was weed or you was going around slapping people and shit, it's still a conviction. So it's sad, and that's already gonna be a strike against you, regardless if you're a brother or not.
You're right about that. Beating kids.
Where we at? Maybe it's kids.
Yeah, beating David. Yeah,
Hey,
now listen.
Chuck, hold us down real quick. I gotta sneeze. I got allergy.
I got you, man. I got you, man.
What's the subject? This is your topic anyway. Beating the kids.
No, but beating kids. I mean, discipline. There's a difference between beating your kids and disciplining your kids, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if your kids do something wrong, you're discipline. But I'm not talking about you hitting your 2-year-old like you hitting a grown man out on a block. Nah. Or if you come home because somebody pissed you off at work or wherever the hell you at during, the 2-year-old. Okay, say the 2-year-old, learning how to potty train and then use the bathroom. You don't take that aggression out on that child because you had a bad day. I mean, some of these kids need an ass whooping as far as discipline.
Yeah.
I got a neighbor. This kid, I mean, I don't mean to put their business out there, but this dude pushed his dad down the stairs because he told him no.
What?
And I'm like, yeah, the kid next door pushed his pops down the stairs because his father told him no.
A lack of respect.
And I'm like, man, if I was to even reach my head up to scratch my cheek when my pops was talking to me, I'd get slapped because he said I raised my hand at him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, come on. It's crazy.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I think kids need to be disciplined. It's the difference between beating, like you should never be beating your kid and enjoying it, right? That's not the point of it. The point of it is for discipline to kind of like say, all right, especially it depends too. I hate to say it, boys and girls get treated differently, right? So, I have a girl and I have a boy. So typically when you discipline your boy, it'd be a little different than how you discipline your daughter if you are from a male point of view. Well, at least from my point of view, I can say. Because I feel that when you're raising a young man, you're raising him to be strong and to kind of prepare him for how the world's going to look at him, especially as a minority male, right? So that's how I look at my son. Like, all right, I'm not hard on you. I'm just, I'm putting these things out there for you to understand that like people ain't gonna care like how I care. I'm be a little more tough on you so you can kind of absorb things. Your daughter, she falls down 10 times, you're gonna pick her up 9. Yeah. Right? Your son fall down 10 times, you're gonna give him 1. You're gonna go, all right, man, come on, toughen it up, get it up. Not saying be tough, like don't cry, I'm not saying that, but kind of just getting prepared. So I think, you gotta discipline your kids. Like if I see anybody disciplining their kids, I'm like, yo, do your thing, handle it. Because the kids that I see they got discipline, they are good. They turn out to be good people, good kids, good adults, right? You can tell like they have that respect level. They have like, all right, my dad's coming home. Oh damn, you know what I'm saying? Like they're more afraid of their parent than the cops. Like no, arrest me. If I gotta come home, it's gonna be different. You know what I'm saying?
I'd rather get arrested back in the day.
Yeah, my mom.
Mom Dukes didn't play that, man.
And that's the fear a kid should have for their parent to be like, not necessarily fear, but the respect that you have for your parent.
Respect. Yeah,
like,
you gotta respect.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. And then you hope that is discipline that you've been doing with that kid. When he becomes an adult, he remembers that, right? So it's gonna be times where he's not with you or she's not with you, and she's gonna hear that mom and dad voice in their head, and be like, "Nah, I ain't going down that route." You know what I'm saying? Because I instilled what I did in them at a young age. So, but I think you definitely need to discipline your kids, man. So, but you can't touch them now because people that don't have kids try to tell people like if you don't have a kid, you can't tell somebody how to raise a kid, right? Because every kid's different. So if you got a kid,
I believe so.
All right,
I believe so. At least that. I think you do have to have kids before you give your advice. I really believe that.
You have to understand the mindset because some people aren't meant to be parents, right? And I get that because kids drive you damn crazy, right? And people can snap and people can bug out. So anytime somebody bugs out and does something, I'm like, all right, damn, let's see the track record. It's like an upstanding individual. Yeah, that kid drove that lady crazy. Something happened where she snapped. You know what I'm saying? Because kids will do that. So I always look at it like that. But people that don't have kids should not be able to tell people certain things about that because you don't know the day-to-day struggle that person's going with. You know what I'm saying? or what's happening. So I think that's where you have to, it's just chill, fall back. But if you beat your kid now, what happens?
Yeah,
They call
we going to jail. The parents
we
might
going
go
to
to
jail.
jail. Yeah, the
Facts.
parents probably go to jail. You're like, well, why am I going to jail again? What's going on? What did I do?
Exactly.
Like, nah, I'm good. Don't say. Chuck, any more on the kids, man, on the beat downs? Because you like that
Nah,
stuff.
man, we already said that. I mean, like they said, it starts at home. It starts with respect. I mean, my thing, like I said, don't take your aggression and frustration out on your child because you had a bad day at work, or or the kid looks like the father or the parent that you can't stand. You can't do that.
Nah, you can't.
That's not the kid's fault. That's DNA.
Nah, you can't. The next topic is do you remember, like, Mike? And that's basically saying, like, our memories are gone. We used to, I used to know everybody's phone number. We used to tame knowledge, and in certain things that resonated. Nowadays, we don't really remember. We probably remember passwords more than numbers or something like that. What do you guys think?
I remember my phone number to this day, man.
What, like all your phone, like your phone number, like it's never changed?
I remember the 3 phone numbers we had from when I was able to reach the phone until now. I remember those 3 phone numbers we had. Top of my head.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember numbers too. Like I remember, it's funny because I had a cousin a little cousin that had passed a couple weeks ago, and I reached out to my aunt, my grandmother's sister, and that number been the same since I've been a kid. And I called her right, like boom, track record. No, not in my phone, dialed it right away because I knew exactly what it was. So I remember those numbers. I remember certain numbers all the time, but new information, like a new number. Nah, I miss me with it. Like I gotta put it in my phone. If it's a new number, I'm not gonna remember off top. But if it's an old number that say someone has had for a while, I'm gonna remember it. You know what I'm saying? Or just anything in general. I have a good memory.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, very, very much so. But we all like Lady T state. We all conditioned to forget. This is how
Shout out to Lady
how
T.
it is. It's how everything is right now. How it's set for us to forget things. Like you don't have your phone, you go crazy. Not because you got to call somebody. It's what's in the phone. Like what I'm saying. People, I never get mad if I lose my phone because I can get a new phone. It's what I have in the phone that if it's not attached to the cloud, that's what gets people crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't get that back sometimes.
Nah, you're right. What about you, Chuck? You remember anything? You remember anything?
Man,
like
dude, man. I remember, shit from back in kindergarten, man. And I piss people off when I bring back shit that they did back in kindergarten, or they say, dude, Miz, I tell you, man, I can remember some wild stuff, man, and it's crazy. But like, say for instance, like you did something to me, right, back when we were in kindergarten, right, and it really pissed me off. It was sitting in the back of my mind. It would really sit in the back of my mind, and every time I seen you, it would pop back in my head, regardless if it was 20 or 30 years ago. And it's
now,
crazy,
Vaughn,
man.
he got me thinking, because we've been friends for like what, almost 30? I don't know, almost 30 years. So there's a lot of stuff.
You're fine. You're fine.
So basically,
fine.
every time you see me, you like, motherfucker.
You remember?
Nah, you fine, man. Nah, you fine, man. You fine. I don't have anything like that, with you. Any of my boys, tell you the truth, man, because it's like this. You wouldn't be my boy if you did something to me that pissed me off.
Some
tell you that right
not,
now.
Yeah. Not like stand you up and like
we're gonna
going down and then
we're gonna leave the scandalous part alone, man, because I got some demons my damn self. So I'm gonna shut it up.
I just wanted to bring that because we had great memories back then, and it's like it's a lost cause. And it probably goes back to technology, but I started to read more and like do crossword puzzles and regular puzzles and starting to do stuff like that just to kind of keep my brain going and keep my brain like focused, and so I could remember and stuff like that. Because when I was in college, man, I had to like I had different practices to remember stuff for tests. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys did.
Yeah, repetition for me worked.
Repetition.
Repetition
Repetition.
and yeah, repetition and whatever it is. Just I never was a late night crammer. Yeah, because to me, I think your brain, I think you know what you know at a certain point, and then the rest is kind of getting foggy. You kind of over. You're really doing. To me, it's not. You're not comprehending it anymore, right? So I always just
Yeah.
build up and go, okay, a little bit here, a little bit there, and so say in simplest terms, say we're doing like vocabulary words, just throw it out there because it's very simple. And the first Monday, 1 to 5, I'll do. I study 1 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday, I study 1 to 10. Thursday, I study 1 to 15.
Yeah.
No, sorry, Wednesday 1 to 15.
Oh, that's
Thursday
how you did
one
it?
to yeah, Thursday 1 to 20, and then Friday the test I'm ready. Because my teacher taught us how to do that. Like when I was in high school, she kind of just said that like this is how she would give us quizzes, tests. So Monday through Thursday quizzes, and then the test is on Friday. But it embodied everything that you did from Monday on. So if you're doing it that way, you're not cramming for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Mm.
kind of already know it.
Yeah,
So I kind of do the same
Oh,
thing for my kids in anything.
I'll be in study period. It do it like maybe an hour before I have the test. Just do repetition. Get when it comes time to the
an
test, you
hour
go
before the test, Chuck.
vocabulary word. I'm joking, man. Calm down.
No, but like this, no, you could be a
Joking.
genius or something. I don't know.
No,
Nah,
some people
nah,
You know
do
what I
that.
mean?
nah,
Like I
nah.
don't know.
Nah, but my thing, I'm sort of similar to Vaughn, but I'll do it I get the information on Monday. I'll study Monday night, study Wednesday night, study Thursday morning as I'm on my way to school or whatever. Say it in a tape recorder. Put it in a tape recorder. Play it on my way to school. The test is 3 hours away. Okay. Glance over my notes before the test start. Boom, done. That's how I
You,
did it.
you,
I was
College,
you
gonna
know
say,
what's
college was different.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna like this real quick. Lady T says, "Here, write, read, and rewrite is my study program." I like that, but I was researching this too, and it was saying like a lot of programs, a lot of people were saying like, say you study for 30 minutes, take a 5-minute break and do something you love. Do something. It could be listening to a song, it could be dancing, it could be whatever. Go eat something real quick, your sugar snack. I don't know, but when you go back to another 30 minutes and you take another 5 minutes off, you go another 30 minutes like that, and they saying the way your mind retains it. Like it's high, and then it goes low, of course, to 5 minutes, but it stays like kind of like relevant still, and then it goes back up. So I mean, I was just like reading stuff like that. So I don't know if that works, but I never studied like that. I would study like you guys would study, kind of same
you
thing.
know what I think? I think a lot of that stuff they be trying to tell people is bullshit, right?
Probably
Because
is, probably
I
is.
think no, because I think what happens is everyone once you figure out what you do, right? So I'm never big in study groups and let's study together. Nah, I ain't doing that shit because what
You
end up
never did
happening
study
is
groups?
nah, I never would do that shit because I tried it
I
one time.
did.
I tried to help my homegirl one time with something in a calculus class in college. Yo, I was damn. Yo, we had calculus and we couldn't use no graphic calculator. It was strictly mental, like strictly off the book, right? So I
No
was
calculator.
struggling getting like a C. Like I was working hard for the C. You know what I'm saying? And she was failing. So she said, Vaughn, can we study together? I'm like, all right, let's try it. Man, I stayed with her ass and got a D on a test. I said, nah, yo, I can't rock with you. I can't. No, because what was happening is I was spending so much of my time trying to get her to where I was at my C that I was missing the stuff that could get me to my B,
To get
and
me.
then drop me down. You know what I'm saying? Then drop me down to a D. I'm like, no, I can't do that. So that's kind of how I would basically just do my own thing, do my own system. You know what I mean? From high school on, from junior high on, and that's what I
Yep.
went with. So I could never tell somebody to study like me. I would just say, yo, find your niche, but I can't. I'm getting the A's, but I can't study with you. Like I can't do it. Like I can't concentrate on you and myself at the same time. That's just me personally. But
Yo, no, I get it though. I don't know. Like when I was in college, man, I studied. I had the groups, man. So and they did kind of help because they would come with a different aspect, I would say. So like that would help me. But let's go to the next one. We've been talking about this for quite some time. Numb to violence. Are we accepting American beef? Chuck, you want to start that off?
It's not about being numb to it. It's just that you see it, okay. Then 5 minutes later, there's something new. I'm not numb to it. It's just it's like this. It's just becoming a part of my daily life, man. Because it's like you turn the news on, somebody got into a fight or some war's going on. You go online, same thing. That's the first thing that pops up on say if you go to Yahoo or me, for instance, and I go to MSN when I log into my computer. That's the first thing you see, and it's like, damn, when is this shit gonna stop? It's not but I don't say it's me being numb. It's just part of my daily life now, man. What I see every time I turn the TV on or log onto a computer or something.
I think we just been. I mean, numb's a good word, though. I would say for myself, but I expect it. I think it's just being televised more. There's always been crime. There's always been violence. There's always been stuff going on. But I think we have a state in this country now where it's left versus right. And I mean that literally, right? So it depends on what's your source that you're looking at. They're going to talk about it, right? So you look at the CNN, you look at the MSNBC, you look at CNN, they're going to talk about the gun stuff that's going on. They're going to show it. You're going to know what's happening. Yep. If you skim through the Fox joint, because I like to watch I like to see what they talking some crazy stuff to kind of figure out how you crazy people saying that stuff. No disrespect to Fox, but it's what it is. I look at that and they're not mentioning it. And I'm like, wait a minute. I know there's been some massacres going on. They're not saying nothing about it. They're talking about I don't know, global warming or something like that. Something totally different, right? So you're like, damn, how's that possible? Because to me, news is news, right? I don't care if it's good news or bad news, what side you on. If I know a murder happened in Boston and it's a mass something, everybody should be reporting on what happened in Boston, right? Or what happened in Jersey or New York. They're not doing that. So I think that we're seeing it more, and I think it comes down to the narrative, who's painting that picture, and what we decide to look at. Because if you go to someone else that doesn't watch MSNBC or CNN, they go, "What are you talking about? It's not that bad. It's not. No, it's not. We're worried about it's the critical race theory we're worried about. We're worried about this vote coming in." And then you go to someone else, like, "Yo, we crazy? Get these automatic weapons off the streets, like stuff like that." But so I just think we're exposed to it more, and depending on our medium that we use.
Yeah, I don't, like you saying the word numb. I was kind of like hesitant to use it, but I believe that it was kind of fit for the topic, because like Chuck was saying, man, you were saying, like, we see it every day, we see it so constantly. I don't know if we could be numb to it, but we're like in ourselves. Like, I guess I can speak for myself. In my mind, when I see it constantly, I go, what can I do? I mean, I know I can't do something, like, I don't got no powers. I can't do nothing right now. I can't do anything maybe in 12 days or maybe in 12 years. I don't know. But I know I can be a better person every day. Than, I can, like, relate to my circle and friends and family, and I can kind of, like, hopefully, teach them, or hopefully have them teach me, and you know what I mean? Whatever. We could just have good vibes, hopefully. And that reflects off, goes elsewhere to the world. All I can do is be positive and try to, like, do what I can, and, like, save the people around me in my circle, and worry about them, and love them the much as I can, right? I mean, what else can you do to, like, I don't have the money to be like, shut down. I can't fight against NRA. I can't be like, I got just enough money as you. All right, let's go. Let's battle. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't do that. I'm not the, you know what I mean? Like,
I think you
talking about taking on NRA, man. Them dudes got more guns than I got.
Yeah. Now, see, the crazy thing about it is, though, I had mentioned this on the first episode I did of my pod, right? And I basically said, I talked about the Uvalde joint, the Uvalde shooting. And I said, it ain't going to stop. And then once that, I knew it was going to happen. Ever since I said that, I'm not saying, like, I predicted nothing, but I said that every week has been something. Every week has been something. Every other day you hear something happening. Me and Derek be talking. He hit me up another one. Like, yep, another one ain't going to stop. Another one's going to happen. Another one's going to happen. They already out there. Like, how you gonna stop it when it's already there? Like, the guns is already floating around. They got more ammunition than the cops. Like, what do you want to do? Like it's out there until these laws get changed. and even further background checks, and they're trying to do that now, but it's already out there. It's like, yo, let's stop the war on drugs, and the drugs is already floating around around the area. How you gonna stop it? You can't stop it. What you can try to do is have a checklist, right? And say, okay, a greater background check for these guns, right? And you don't need a AR-15. No one needs an AR-15. No one that's not in the military needs an AR-15.
Nobody
right?
needs.
So someone said, well, if someone got shot, if someone had a shotgun, by the time my man cocks it back, somebody's gonna be in his grill already.
Shotgun, you running up on him. You can run up on him.
Now somebody's gonna catch it.
It's already cocked. It's already cocked.
It's called cocked. So once he shoot it, right? So once he shoots it once,
I'm saying once he shoot it, not when he's
So somebody's gonna catch one. All right, but I'd rather, and I hate to say this because every life is valuable, right? But if one person perishes, but not 25 or 30, right? Yes, that's what's happening, right?
It's a win. It's a win.
It's a win. So you're like, yo, damn.
It's not,
Yeah, but if you have a checklist, right? It's on my whole thoughts because I shot a gun when I was like 11. You know what I'm saying? And then like I don't really mess with guns. Like never have. I respect it. I know there's a need for it. I think everyone should be able to have one, but not a Glock, yeah, but not an AR. But if you had a list of certain checklists, right? So say you have 10 things, whatever it may be, and if somebody slipped through the cracks, you see, damn, yo, this week we did a background check, and my man passed all these damn things, and one got through the cracks. But if the list ain't even that long, you ain't checking for nothing. Like people already have mental illness that's grabbing these guns anyway, right? You got a kid going to a Walmart in the South, he come back with a joint, and he mad at everybody. And he didn't get no background check on it. You know what I'm saying? So I think
here's the thing too. Like most of these people, they got social media. So when we put I like Jordans, we get flagged. Everybody says now we getting Jordan ads, right? You know what I'm saying? If I say, hey, I hate people, I'm about to get 20 guns, shouldn't I be red flag? Shouldn't I be flagged?
That's the thing too.
I should be flagged right now. Like me talking about guns, they should check into my back. You know what I mean?
Just flag it right now. Just flag it. You should be on the flag list.
What's going on? That's it. Real quick.
But they don't want to do that. Yo, Marquis, they don't want to do that, fam. We all know that because, like you said, if I'm talking about Jordans, I get a Jordan ad on my phone. Like, yo, what the hell going on?
You ain't lying either, man.
But they don't want to do that. They don't want to do it because they say, oh, it's the privacy of our users. Our privacy I already know our privacy. I already know that. So you telling me
big brother.
You have selective privacy. So if I'm talking about like, yo, I hate everybody, I'm gonna kill everybody. I'm mad at life. You can't say, let me just take this and shoot this IP to the local police station to say, yo, I'm hearing something. Look at that. That's all. You know what I mean? But
but here's the thing. Here's the thing about IP, right? Okay, if they're using a VPN, right, where the signal bounces from all over places, somebody, you got to realize a lot of these folks is not as dumb as they seem.
Yeah.
Because if you have a VPN, if you're running off of a VPN network, they don't know if you're in Germany, if you're right across the street from them, and that's the thing with these networks, with these internet providers and stuff. Some folks are running them, some folks are not. And like, even with our phones, like, okay, we're talking of, you just said Jordan. I bet you if I was to go into my phone, go into my Google or whatever, there'd be an ad for Jordans.
Yeah, or whatever you like. I don't have to keep using Jordan, but I'm just saying.
I'm just saying in general. I was talking to one of my associates at work about my time going to the Asian countries. Next thing you know, I look into my thing, Asian dating sites, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I'm not trying to find nobody. I'm like, damn, I'm married. If I was to open this up and my wife see this on my computer, first thing she gonna say, why are you looking for Asian women for?
Dun dun dun. Well, you like, damn.
Like, damn. Yeah, it's wild, man. And it's just not the internet. It's just your phones, or you can just be outside, don't even have no phone, talking about it. Next thing you know, it's right there, and that's kind of scary at the same time, because okay, you could be, some folks, they don't know how to shut the hell up, and they mess around and say the wrong thing. Next thing you know, you're involved in something that you had nothing to do with it, and it's crazy.
Yeah. Jammed up.
Nah, let's get off this topic, man. We got another one, man. Nah, I mean, because we're gonna be talking about it. Every day. Every day we'll talk about. I'm gonna bring it up on every podcast if I could. But number 9 is
right.
Chuck. You bring this one up. Kids parties, but it's my birthday and I'll do whatever if I want to. So compare birthdays or not birthdays. I'm just joking around with the quote, but parties back then and parties now, man. Like, what do you?
Expensive, man.
The expense.
I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you having wedding type venues for a kid's first birthday. Like, damn, I mean, I remember back in the day, they got a couple of hot dogs or hamburgers if they had a grill, the little teeny juices, a homemade cake, a couple of chips, and a couple of party favors, and
homemade cake. They don't do that no more.
You went home with a goodie bag, man, and that's it. Now, kids parties, man, they got a DJ, they got basically like a wedding planner, and it's crazy.
It'd be late night. They'd be going to 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock. They'd be like 15, 14 years old.
That's a party for the parent, not the kid.
What do you think about parties back then and now?
You know how parties were like that anyway, man, because it always starts out as a kid party, end up being an adult party.
Yeah, at the end. Yeah. So how I feel about, I definitely agree with Chuck. It's definitely out of hand, Spencer. The last party I had for my daughter, she was 10. When she was 10, because I was never really like big, like, yo, let's have a big party. Even as a kid, I was more like, yo, all right, have a few friends come through, whatever. Maybe some cousins come by, or you have a cake. You know how it go. But I never was big like that. But I think what kids see, a lot of different parties. Like, they see things, so it's more about keeping up with the Joneses type of thing. It's not about like, yo, just have a party. They want like, yo, we can't do it big. Like, if I can't invite 45 people, I don't want to have it. Like, what?
Well, you won't be having it if you're my child.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then it's kind of gets to the point where like that. Yeah. So I remember my daughter, I let her at her 10th birthday, we had it at a spot. I think she invited like 30 people. See, the thing about it is that we were like, all right, give me the head count. That's it. But I think like it's hard for kids to cut that down, especially if you're a popular kid. If you're a kid that knows a lot of people and you kind of don't want to hurt anybody, but as she's getting older, I'm telling her like, yo, some of those people you're not going to talk to no more. As time goes, your circle gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So yeah, but it's definitely a lot. It definitely costs a lot of money. It ain't like when we were younger. And I think it will be. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna always be money, in some form or fashion. So
I think I was just coming up with the question, but yeah, I was gonna say, do black people spend, a lot of money on parties and just unnecessary things like parties? And I believe they do. When they celebrate, and it might not be nothing wrong. I think if you have the money, man, do it. But I think I see a lot of people that are broke, poor, on their last dime, borrowing money. But when it comes to their kid's party or something, they do an extravagant.
Yo, you know how we do, man. Listen.
We celebrate. We get new clothes. We get the new watch. We get the hat, brim. You know what I mean?
But listen, you know how our people do, man. Our people are like this. They might be going through something, or looking bad, or feeling bad, but you're never going to know it, right?
Nope.
So it's all about it's all about perception, right? So perception is everything, right? So you could be back on your car note, but I'm not advising that. But people do what they do, and that's something that has always happened. It's fronting. It's fronting, man. Like LL said, back in the day, fronting, right? It's what it is.
You fronting, yo? But why you fronting, yo?
Yeah, but that's what it is, though. That's kind of how we've been trained, because I think we have been behind the 8 ball for so many years and other things. That's which we think. Not all people,
Yeah,
they think to do
I get
that.
it. Most of the culture does it because,
You know,
like you said,
but my thing is, I mean, I'm not gonna, you know, my wife, she grew up having parties because she's spoiled. That's what she do with the kids.
ah,
But I told her, I'm like, well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having something small and intimate. 5, 10
Yeah,
kids, that's fine. I'm like, damn, you know, I ain't got no problem with it. I mean, hey, as long as the kids are happy, I'm the
yeah.
dad that's, always
happy
willing
wife,
to,
happy
have the
life,
kids.
both of y'all. Happy wife, happy life to both of
Hey
y'all.
man,
Y'all both
I
married,
I
so
try
y'all
to
need to be
keep I
quiet.
try to keep the peace, man. I try to keep the
Fact.
peace, man. But it's
No
like this,
problems
man.
there.
I'm not gonna fake the funk. I'm not gonna fake the funk, man. If I ain't got the money, I'm tell you the truth, man. I can't do it. That's not me. That's
Yep.
not how I was built.
I'm
If
just
I'm
gonna
broke,
say,
I'm broke. That mean if I got a Pinto, I'm gonna pull up in my Pinto.
I just made it up, but I say I'd rather invest than look my best. You know what I'm saying? I'm rhyming. I like to, talk about rap, but you know what I'm
Hey
saying? You
man,
just
that's
gotta
fine. That's
listen,
fine.
you gotta invest, man, not look your best. Because eventually,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, when those investments will make you look your best, the best you ever been, and it won't be a lie. It won't be you won't be fronting, right? You won't be fronting. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
The last one is topic at hand is fist. It's fist versus guns. I'm like, that's whatever. Fist versus guns, man. Put your dukes up, number 10, put your dukes up, man. Vaughn, what you think about that? Back in the day, we used to fight, man. You used to go outside, man, and then be cool the next day, like you were saying earlier.
That ain't gonna happen, man. That ain't gonna happen. Nobody gonna fight.
You
Like
ain't fighting?
so.
Oh, no, you
No,
getting the gun? What's
no,
up, man?
no. I'm not saying. I'm not
Not you.
saying
I'm just
me.
joking around. I'm just,
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just making an
yeah,
example.
yeah. People don't fight. They're not gonna fight you. Like so. So you go to the gym. You get up. You work out all you want to. Get your body right. Ain't nobody gonna fight you. So. So every time I go to the gym, it ain't about fighting nobody. It's for my own health and how I want to look. Cause ain't nobody trying to fight. That's why I don't argue with nobody. I ain't going back and forth with you about nothing. Like you got it. I'm all right, man. I'm good, right? I know a lot of people got killed over ego and their
Yeah,
pride. You
ego
know
and
what I'm
pride.
saying? And these dudes ain't gonna fight you. You might get a dude that might fight you, but then after that fight, he or she can't. Well, I'm talking about he
Can't
right now,
take that
but
L.
he can't
Can't take
take
that
the L.
L.
A L like back in the day, a L gonna happen, right? Like it's not about if you win or lose a fight. No one. It's not about that. When I was growing up, it's about did you fight? Like yo, what happened? Did you fight?
Mhm.
Yeah, he caught me. I caught. Yeah, yeah. I took the L, but did you fight? All right. So that person knows that it's a respect thing. They're like, all right, he fought me, and if I do something to him again, he's gonna fight again. He's gonna fight me again. It's not
Yep.
about if he win, and that
Yep.
gets people go. You know what? I ain't messing with so and so, man. I ain't trying to be wrestling with this dude or because he want to fight. Right nowadays, kids, it's easy to shoot. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to shoot because when you shooting at somebody, you can pull the trigger and close your eyes. Like you can be an accident murderer. You know what I'm saying? Like you pull you and you like and you shoot somebody, right? That don't mean you tough. Like just because you shoot on me, you bust your gun on me, you tough. Like that's the last thing. You a shooter,
Exactly.
yeah. Well, if I see somebody that got hands and then he gonna willing to fight, he's like, all right, different vein. You know what I'm saying? It's a different level of a man. If you're gonna do that, you're just gonna shoot. That's like, yo, what are we doing? But they ain't trying to fight no more, man. People can't take it out.
Not at
So
all. Welcome, Rain. What's going on, man? Rain,
Yo, what up, man? Just
aka
tapping
the
in for a
Big
minute.
Trill Part 2, man. What's going on, man? That's your
What
album.
up?
You
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
listening
yeah.
going
What
on?
up?
Rain, this is Vaughn from the Great Minds podcast. He's a podcast, and he has his own podcast. Big
Yo, what
Chuck's
up,
my
though?
co-host,
Salute.
and you guys, this is Rain, man. So Rain, jump in, man. We talking about fist versus guns, man. Back in the day, man, we used to scrap, man. Now we go right to the gun.
Yeah, I mean, ain't nobody fighting no more, man. Not from what I see. Not,
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta think about it. Like me, like I'm not like the biggest dude on the planet, but I'm like 6 foot 220, and I fucking work out, bro. My bench press is 425. I squat like 600. I deadlift 700. I used to
Shit.
wrestle. I do jujitsu. If I'm not punching, I'm gonna slam you on your neck. That's what we going with it. But I mean, you got people who athletic, man, and people scared to take an ass whooping these days because you can get somebody to ass whoop and shake hands and be cool the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be angry right now, but tomorrow I might not feel the same way. But when you pull that trigger, bro, that's it. It's final. Especially if they die. I mean, it's final from it's final from the violence that come out the end of the barrel. So they might just get injured, you know, lightweight. They might break a bone and need some minor surgery, but most of the time they're gonna be messed up. Everybody's shooting because they ain't got no hands. Nobody want to get dirty no more.
Nobody, man.
Nah.
I remember I used to fight, man. I was all about the fist, man. I mean, I was, you know, I'm short, but I ain't 6'8", 629, whatever the hell you bench with. All them stats, be scared. I thought you were Terminator or something. Like, what the hell's going on? I don't even want to say my stats now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like we used to look forward to fighting, man, and having hands in the hallway. You know what I'm saying? The project hallway, we used to be there. And people block the doors.
Hands in the hallway.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go nowhere. You got to fight. You got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how we taught each other how to fight, because at the projects or wherever you go, we taught each other, you know, how to fight in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of us didn't have fathers, so we taught each other. And you know what I mean?
But like all my uncles, my granddad, they all like golden glove, silver glove champs and all that. So I had some people fighting the Olympics, bro. So where I come from, everybody had hands, but ain't nobody doing that these days. I don't know if we let them down, like being the older generation. I don't know what the disconnect is, but nobody throwing. Nobody throwing hands, bro.
The disconnect is they can't take an ass whooping.
Oh, for sure.
That's the thing. That's the disconnect. The disconnect. They can't take that out because, hey, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like fighting, but if I got to, you best to believe, man, you gonna get the beast coming out of me, man.
Yeah, you're gonna.
I mean, hey, I'm a big man. You know, I'm a big man. You know, I'm a big man myself. You know, 5'10". You know, shit. Hey, I played football, man. You know, that was another reason why, you know, I bulked up from. It's like this. I had a younger brother that all he did was run his mouth and run. Mm-hmm. And if they couldn't catch him, they came after me.
Yeah.
When they came after me, I had to lay them hands on them. They left me the hell alone.
Yeah.
It got to the point where they were like, nah, you know, that's his brother, but I don't think you want to mess with him.
Yeah.
And that's the way it's been. I'm the type of person. I'm walking down the street. I'm not smiling. I'm to myself. Yeah. I'm mean mugging. You know, folks say I look mean, but I'm not. It's just the way this is the way I carry myself.
You must be from the Midwest or the East Coast.
I'm from the East Coast, man. From Boston, man.
That's what it is, bro. Like when I go down south, everybody smiling is you know, they demeanor is different. People from the Midwest and the East Coast, bro, our shit be different. Everybody got a problem when you see it. Like you try to buy flowers for your girl, everybody mugging and shit.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? So I know, Ray, you say you 6'2", 220, right? So I'm 6'1",
6 foot, just 6
foot, 220. Yeah. All right, so I'm 6'1", 6'1" and a half. I say 6'2" on a good day. Now I'm like 6'2", and
depending on how the Air Force One's fitting.
Yeah, and I'm 260. Work out all the time, right? So nobody. So I already know, like so when it's
you already know what it is when you walk in the room.
I know what it is. Yeah, but then I also know, like, all right, no one's gonna fight. Like they don't want to fight. So that's why I come in like kind of to Chuck thing. Peaceful, like, yo, this is what it is. Like, not trying to be over intimidating anybody, because that right there will get somebody kind of like will go up. Like, nah, it ain't about that. We're gonna talk this, whatever's going on, and we're gonna figure it out, because nobody want to fight. So that's why I don't argue. I walked away from mad stuff. Now, before you jumped on, I had people that I know they got their lives were lost because of their pride, right? Yeah. And I will always say, like, yo, they're not gonna fight you, man. Like, so somebody gonna let one loose and they out in the car. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, yo, don't even argue with somebody, because the biggest, and to your point, like Marquis, like you, right? Yeah. You're the one people need to watch out for. Someone smaller. See, someone smaller.
I had the gun.
He got the gun.
I started the trouble.
Yeah, but he has the gun. No. Like, you ever go into a room? It's not the person that's real loud. That's not the person you worry about. You worry about the person that's quiet and ain't saying nothing. Maybe keeping to himself. He's in the cut. He's going to let it off. Right, so all this working out, you know what I mean?
To me, it ain't even about who loud and who quiet, man. Most of the shooters and most of the people I know that'll stab you, bro, they be like 5'1", 5'2", $130.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? They not
Yep.
going. Nah. I mean, did you like I was watching the Math Hoffa podcast the other day. Fat Joe was on there. And he was saying, yeah, and he said when when they go to the club, he said, yo, we be looking for the biggest dude. He said the biggest dude, you getting everything, the bottles, the bottom of the Timbs, the knife, the gun, the brick. They're gonna do the big dude dirty because they know they gotta take him down because
they got to.
Yeah.
They need more energy to.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's why Mark always want me to go with him when we go places and shit, man.
That's back in the day, man.
like Ray said, that's why I already know the temperature. So when I come into the room, if it's a negative, if it's a hostile environment, I know I'm one of the targets from the rip because immediately it has to be that way. So that's why I'm always like, all right,
you
gotta watch how you
take
move.
out the strongest first.
So y'all big, y'all all big, right? So what do y'all? How do y'all handle beef? I think did Vaughn, you already answered that question? Was that I think you did, Vaughn, but Chuck and Rein, so how do you handle beef? You're big, do you come in the room? What's up, man? Like what do you do? You get soft like a teddy bear? What do you do?
Nah, bro. Most of the time, I try to de-escalate it. Like I try to de-escalate it. But if you just going to the point where it's getting past disrespectful, I'm look around to see what it is, and we going. I'm going to 0 to 1,000 on you because I know that if you get that little bit of daylight, I might not go home to my kids. So I'm gonna take it past where you want to go.
Yeah.
Way past where you want to go.
So, Rein about to rain on you, baby.
Yo, that's the same thing with me, man.
And that's
the same thing with me, man. I try to keep it peaceful.
Yeah, I had a guy, man. He played football for the Minnesota Vikings. I think it's Robert Smith. Big dude, bro. Like 6'8", 320. Big dude, bro. He was in the club. He was on crutches. And people want to try him because they're like, oh, he on crutches tonight. We got him. Hey, yo, I seen this dude beat the shit out of half a club with a broke leg, crutches.
Yeah.
Just, it's nothing they could do with him, bro. It's like a bull in the china shop, wrecking shop.
Yeah.
I mean,
like just to elaborate on that though, I think I'm a de-escalator because I don't get. It takes a lot to get me angry. You know what I'm saying? Like, only thing to get me mad if all my fights have never been because of me. It's been because of other people. Like, meaning like someone picking on somebody or someone saying something to someone that I care about. But if that's doing my kids or that's different or family, but I'm not the one like to be like, oh, rah. Never been my style. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Let's bring this down. Like, yo, what's the real issue? So I'm always the one that would get called about situations and I will come and de-escalate the situation. People like, yo, fam, it ain't nothing. Like, let that go. You know what I'm saying? But because I know I don't know that jiu-jitsu stuff, though. I ain't gonna front on that, but I know that when I get angry, it's nobody stopping me. Like as far as like my like it's like going to jail. Put it like that. Like the only person gonna stop is like a bullet or something. So I don't want to even get that. So before it gets to that, I de-escalate or I leave. Yeah. So like I'm not around where I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get home to the family. Like I'm not trying to be bro, argue with anybody and you know, I'm peaceful. Like I ain't trying to argue with nobody, you know what I mean?
It's really not a good ending. So usually if I go in someplace and the temperature not right, bro, if I don't like to be in one place for too long, I'll go in and check it out, do what I gotta do, and then I'm out, bro. Like I'm not trying to, you know. But that don't but when people be like that don't mean you soft or nothing. You just know where it's gonna go. So you try to make it home to the family, bro. And I commend all the men that do that use this up here instead of you know.
Yeah, because you can always tell when something's happening, right? Like I'm really good on gut, on instinct. And I avoided so many situations because of my instinct. Like, yo, I'm not going there. I remember me and my man went to watch some football games we was in downtown Newark, which is in Jersey, and we out there and I started seeing who was coming in. It was feeling a little different. And I was like, yo, the game was over. He's like, yo, I'm about to run to this spot. You want to come with me? I say, yo, it's about 9:00 on the Sunday. I was like, I got to go to work tomorrow, man. Like, I'm good, yo. Be safe. Dapped him up. Went to my car door, left. Next morning, I look at my phone. My wife woke me up like, "Yo, where was you at last night?" I was like, "Oh, I was at so and so with Sean." Like, "Oh, all right." Yeah, the spot that my man went to, somebody got murked out there that night. And I looked and I grabbed my phone, and it said like unidentified male. Kept my man up right away, like voicemail. Yeah, I finally got it. Like, yo, I'm good, fam. I'm good. I was like, yo, what happened? He said, nah, this dude got shot, blah, blah, blah. We had just left, but I was going to that spot. You can't see what I'm saying? So like, I'm not saying that because, but you get the vibes of people and places,
you feel a presence. You feel like an aura. Or
yeah.
something. You feel something in the
I was
air,
feeling
man.
that aura that night. Like, yo,
And
we
Beanie
need
Siegel.
to.
You feel it in the air.
We need to get to the crib. Yeah. I was like, I told him like, yo, go home. He was like, nah, I'm going to the other spot. I'm like, nah, just go home. Like, I just feel it. Like, something about to happen. You know what I'm saying? But everybody made it home safe. But yeah, man, it's crazy. They ain't fighting no more, man.
Nah, hell no.
They ain't fighting nobody no more.
Nah, they ain't fighting no more. But Rein, I know you came a little late, man. But we had 10 topics, at least probably more because we was freestyling. Do you have any topics that of like back in the day that was socially acceptable, and you know, and not now? You know what I mean, or vice versa.
Man, not really. I could think of like right offhand. I would have had to think on that one for a minute. You said something that was acceptable back then, but not acceptable now. Probably be just like the treatment of women. Probably. You know what I'm saying? You know,
that's a real good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, look, take it back to like the doggy style video. No, what was that? The Dre Day video. Oh, girl playing volleyball. They come up and pull her bikini. You know,
pull her shirt down.
Yeah. You do that right now.
Video. Yeah.
You do that right now. You gonna get me too until they got everything you got.
Yeah, you're gonna be done.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yo, I just hopped in for a minute, man. I got to take an important phone call that just came in. So I just want to tap in with y'all, man. But y'all brothers be safe out here, man.
I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it.
All right, man.
Yo, that Dre joint, no joke, man.
No, that's a good one though. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think of that. The topic at hand, Me Too, the Me Too movement, man. You really gotta respect people in general, especially women. You'll be locked up, or you'll be what is it called, canceled, right nowadays. You know,
they call it cancel and stuff, man. But it's
question. Where's Rein from? I didn't get that.
Rein's from Lord, I don't want to mess up his way he's from, but I believe I can look at because I just reviewed him, and I think he's from some part of New York. I just want to get it. I don't want to get it wrong.
Oh, it might be like Rochester type of thing. Gotcha.
Yeah, if I get my notebook, I can tell you. But I'm just not thinking about like rap right now. I'm thinking about but yeah, I can't remember. I think he's from New York, I believe, but I can't remember. If you really want to know, I can get the notebook.
No, I get it. I got it.
It's so many. Yeah. You can look it up too. No, he's from actually. Wait.
Yeah, but but he hit on a point, man.
Is he from Detroit? No, wait a minute. Now you got me thinking. No, you got me thinking that where he's from, man. I can't even remember. Rein's gonna kill me, but I can't. I interview so many MCs and I review so much music. I can't remember.
No, I like what he was saying.
But check out the interview. He's a great MC, man. He got bars, he got lyrics, man. So like I try to get MCs on here too, just to promote themselves, but they got interesting conversation too. Like somebody like a Rein, somebody like a I Am God, they're gonna have more than just music. You know what I mean? They're gonna have actual conversation, actual, bars and stuff. Besides bars, they got reality bars. You know what I'm saying? Just talking and got good speech. So that's why I invite certain people like that. So sometimes you might see a surprise guest like Rein come on real quick.
That was dope.
Yo, Chuck, take over real quick. I'm gonna try to find out where he's from real quick because now you got it in my head.
Don't do that, bro. All right.
No, but one thing I wanted to hit on, man, what Brother Rein has said, the treatment of women nowadays compared to back then. Back then, you was calling women out their names here and left and right. Now, we're not calling them out of their names, but we're calling them, everything under the sun too, also, man. And I think the respect back then compared to now is on a different level because now you got social media and you got the friends, OnlyFans joints and all the other stuff, man. So I'm not whatever's putting money in your pocket, that's your business. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Gotta get paid.
You gotta make your money, man. It's
from
wild,
Michigan.
man. Michigan.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I like what he was saying. Like he
Flint,
get.
Michigan.
I
Flint,
got
Michigan. Flint.
Oh,
You know where?
Flint.
Yeah, Flintstone. Yeah, I know Flint. Yeah.
Top authority. My top authority. Blaze it up, my nigga. Yeah, but Rein, yo, he's dope, man. He's a dope MC, man. Go check him out. Like I said, I have people on there just because they got great conversation. So you go check out that interview with me and Rein, man. And we was talking about Flint, Michigan water. We was talking about everything. I just for some reason I just blacked out because I'm not thinking about Rein right now when you asked me that question. But I'm glad he came on and joined us and spit some knowledge real quick. You know what I'm saying? But any questions? Any of you guys got any questions? Y'all want to sum up today's topics? Anything y'all want to still reflect on before we get out of here? Before we promote?
No, I think you hit everything. It's a good show. You hit everything on the head.
Yeah, man. So like what I got for you actually, Vaughn, I want you to introduce yourself and then like kind of like talk about your new podcast. It's called Straight to the Point. It's on Spotify, Apple. I forget what else is on.
It's on Spotify. Yeah, I can talk about it.
The Great Minds podcast as well. But talk about it. What's up?
All right, man. Yeah, so I'll start off with the new venture. So it's called Straight to the Point with Vaughn. It's on Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Play. I might put it on YouTube. I'm trying to see. It's just audio, no visual. But it's about 15 to 17 minute pod where I just kind of like recap the week's top stories in pop culture. You know what I mean? Well, what I think is so, and Black culture and just culture in general, right? So I know we're on. I think I had 3 episodes up there so far. But we talked about the mass shootings. We talked about like the Johnny Depp case. Kind of broke that down at a high level. Because I didn't really understand what the hell was going on with that joint. But
yeah, you explained it well. I was like, I'm like, what is it? I was interested. That was one of the reasons I clicked on. I'm like, I gotta see what the hell you talking about.
Yeah, so tapping in that, having fun with that. But that's been getting good reviews on that. Everyone kind of tends to like it. It's a quick listen. So, you can just be chilling on the train, boom, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Get you to point A to point B. So that's gonna probably drop in typically I'm doing it every Monday, but last week I dropped it on a Wednesday just because I was tied up with some other things. So it'll be between Mondays and Wednesdays. I don't have a real day where I'm going to drop it, but if you subscribe, you'll get the alerts. And then once a week. Yeah. And then again, the Great Minds podcast. We just did our 100th episode. We about to drop 101. We're gonna do something on Thursday, I believe. But we went to the studio. We did that. We have a visual that we recorded together for the first time in 100 episodes. We were together. I mean, we chill all the time, but the first time in 100 episodes, we actually did one together, like side by side. So that came out kind of dope. And we kind of went into our top 15 hip hop albums of all time. So Chuck and everyone that's kind of listening, what we did when we first started our pod, me and Derek and I, we did the top 20 hip hop albums of all time, hours, right?
Okay.
And we got a big turnout. People loved it. People had questions, and we had a follow-up episode again. And then this for 100, said, what? Let's revisit that list. And let's kind of go, I'll look at the list. I cheated a little bit. I looked at my list, kind of get an idea. But let's see if we rank the top 15 and who's going to fall out. And like, why? Because some things fell out. Like some things that I didn't remember and the orders might have changed and things like that. Because that list is so subjective and it's constantly changing. It's an evolving list. You know what I'm saying?
Every year, artists might put out 12 albums, maybe one, maybe none.
But the thing about me, what I said,
artists change every year.
But my criteria for my greatest albums of all time, my top albums, it can't be something that came from it's like 5 years or later. It can't be within the last 5 years because how can I compare the 5 years to 35 years of my life or whatever?
I was gonna say, what's the criteria? What's the criteria of the album of that one album? That's 10 years, 20 years.
Well, I didn't put a criteria on anybody, but for me, it was nobody was in my top hip hop albums that dropped after 2010.
Okay.
So 2010 was my criteria. I'm like, I can't put you in that.
So
and then we talked about.
So he didn't have a criteria. He didn't have the same criteria, Derek.
I don't think he did. Nah, because we when we
So
go
it's
into stuff like
whatever
that,
your criteria is
yeah,
for
when
your
we go into
top
stuff like that, we don't really talk about it beforehand. It's just like, yo, we're gonna go on this thing. All right, you knock yours out, I knock mine out. Then on the pod, we're gonna discuss it. So I don't have any preconceived notions of what he's saying. I don't know who he's gonna put. Sometimes you listen to the pod, he had people that album that I just snapped and forgot about. Like, yo, I was wild on that day when I made my list. But it's because it's that day that I did the list. You know what I'm saying? I can't just switch it up. So we go through that. We talk about highs and lows of the pod. You know what I'm saying? The past 2 years, what we experienced, what we liked, what we didn't like, and then we talked about our future endeavors. So that's out right now. So anybody want to check that out? They can check that out.
Where's it
Again,
at? YouTube or was it at
it's at
Instagram?
YouTube on everything. It's on that one's on YouTube. It's on Apple. It's on Spotify. It's on SoundCloud.
You know,
That's
we gotta
everywhere.
check that out. I didn't even know it was out, man. I had a busy weekend. When y'all dropped that one?
We dropped that one. Damn.
Last week
Because we were waiting. We were waiting to get our final cut of the video.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, nah, yo, just drop it. So we dropped it later than we wanted to, and then we didn't pub it. We pushed it on IG one time and a couple times, and then we did it on Twitter. So we did that, and the video came out. I uploaded it on Friday maybe, the actual video. But we had to wait for it. So it wasn't us not want to put it out. We had to wait. We tried to put it all together. So yeah, man. So everyone follow that. Check us out on that. Again, the Great Minds P1 is our Twitter on the Great Minds Podcast on IG. My IG is Mr. _201V, and then my Twitter is at VTwiz, which is VTWIZZ. So we can find all my stuff, and I'm posting this stuff out there. But we just having fun, man. And thanks for being on this show. This show is a dope show, man. I love popping up on here, man. You guys are dope.
I appreciate it, man. You know, Vaughn always comes with the the content, man. Like, and it's natural. You know what I'm saying? Like we love having you on the show because it's like it's not something like you thought of, and it's like it's you. It's like, and that's what we need. We want the reality of that person, and we want to know your view, your vibe. And that's why we invite certain people on the show, because we want organic material. We want something like some real stuff. We don't want people like robotic answers reading off of a pamphlet or something. But yeah, no, thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it, man.
Word, salute you guys.
You know what I'm saying, Chuck? What else? What you got, man? Shut it down for us.
Shut it down.
Yeah, I don't know. The show.
No. You got to excuse me. I had a brain fart, man. Listening to two different conversations. My bad. No. But I mean, like as far as the show, I mean, it was on point. Especially when Brother Rein chimed in. Even with your cousin Lady T in the comments. I want to offer her last comment as far as what was it? Because women, started respect themselves when we were talking about the difference between the way we refer to women back then compared to today. I just say it's just that we came a long way in terms of recognizing the female species. So we're not going to keep them, the bitches, hoes, and tricks and all this other stuff. Just the way we refer to them now compared to back then. I mean, basically we grew up. We grew up and we we learned to
yeah
respect who they are. So that's what I wanted to reflect on. And as far as guys that go on for the biggest guy in the room, or we just scoping the scene, because that's what I like to do whenever I went somewhere, regardless if I was with you, my brother, or some of my other friends. I get somewhere, if I get that vibe that something's not right, I just excuse myself, regardless if they're gonna call me a soft or a pussy or whatever. That's just me.
Being smart.
I'm not all about conflict, because I know what happens once I get mad, and it's gonna take more than one person to stop me. So
I hear you, man.
I
Now this
agree.
was
That's
a.
definitely, yeah, that's
I'm sorry,
dope.
I'm sorry.
Now I say I agree exactly what you're saying is well put.
Thanks a lot. Like I said, Vaughn, of course, Chuck, man, for being my co-host. Vaughn is going to be out for some time. He's got a new work schedule. He will be back. This is the Passive Podcast, episode 79, Social Acceptance of Yesterday. Great topic. That was actually Juan's topic. Juan comes up with the topics, but he doesn't show up. It's just funny. He comes up with the great, but he's still part of the show.
He's the executive producer.
Executive
Like
producer,
Puff.
yeah.
He like Puff. He pop up.
Exactly. He is. Yeah, he's like Puff Daddy. You need to stop paying us. God damn it, Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy Juan. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, like only thing I want to do is down below is I want to get back to passive income ideas. I want people to, if you have any before you guys leave, let me know. I would add them to the list. But I just want people to start not just work a 9 to 5 or work 2 9 to 5, a 9 to 5 and a night job, whatever. Like, don't overexert yourself. Try to use this. Try to use the biggest brain, the biggest muscle in your body, your brain. Use your brain, get passive income. Find a way to get.
I have one thing I can say. Yeah. It might not be passive income, but it's a way to help you with your credit, right? So I saw something that I've been doing for the past couple of weeks, and it's pretty simple. You have to be financially responsible to do this stuff. So it's not for everybody. That's how I wanted to say that first. Though.
It's a disclaimer.
It's a disclaimer. So basically, if you have credit cards or you have a credit card, right, whatever it may be, you get points for a lot of different things depending on your credit card, and you can get free money from your credit card. So instead of using your debit card for everything, use your credit card and then put the money back onto your credit card, right? So say for instance, say you're going food shopping and you're going to spend $100, right? And you got that, you use your credit card for the $100. Get those points on your credit card. Then when you get home, get on your phone, transfer that $100 from your bank account to your credit card. You kind of see what I'm saying? So where it's like, and you're getting the points, right? But I only say that for people that are financially responsible because a lot of times people won't make that switch. They'll pay with the credit card, but they never put that money back in. And then what happens is, as you're doing it, you're building your credit because when you have multiple payments in a cycle, right? It's showing the lender that you're paying more frequently, right? It's like tricking the system. When really, it's cutting down on your actual your balance and your due amount. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so things that you can do that people can do, but you gotta be financially responsible to do it. So I don't say everyone can do it, but if you are, we should use. And then if you have fraudulent activity on your debit card, that's your money coming out, right? And then you have to wait. BOA, Wells Fargo, they do their thing, and then you gotta get a new card. If you use a credit and it happens, they fix it quick. They're like, oh, we're gonna make sure you get that $75 back or that $100. Oh, $300 charge you didn't do? There you go, sir. Right? But with your money, it take longer. So when you're using your credit card more, your credit card's out there instead of us having our debit cards out there. So we use our debit card for a lot of different things, as we all do. Getting gas, this, that. It's out there a lot. You on your phone buying the new sneakers, boom, boom, boom. Give me that card. Yep. It's out there in the atmosphere and allows it to get captured easier. You kind of see what I'm saying? So that's my thought process. People
I like that. No, but I agree with you on that because when you use your credit card, I know like for me for instance, like when we took a trip out of town for my grandmother's celebration. Well, my mother and them did. I used my card to for the airline tickets, the hotel, and the rental car, right? Mm-hmm. And when they got back and once I got back to home and everything, I seen how much it was. I'm like, okay, all right, well, I'm gonna take that money out. I'm just gonna move the money from my bank account to pay off the credit card. But then I also noticed that all the places that I used my card for, I got cash. I got points and cash back. Take that money that you get from cash back, put it towards the balance. That means you owe less money. And if you pay like what I like to do, I pay my I pay the balance off, or I pay my my statement I pay my whatever I owe before the statement date. I know my statement date is either the 7th or the 8th. The 3rd or the 4th, I already paid it off. So there's no statement generated that shows that shows your creditors or on your credit statement that you're on top of your game. You're paying your debt off before it's even sent out to the credit bureau and whatever.
Yep.
So the one thing you need to do when you deal with your credit card, find out when your when the statement date is, and try to pay that off before the statement date. So when you get that email or whatever, it says 0 or whatever you owe.
Yeah, totally.
So that's great advice with the credit card, because when I do teach people about financial independence, the first thing we start off with is budgeting and cutting back on needs and wants and stuff like that. Wants really, and so credit card information. A lot of people go in debt or go wrong when they get that first credit card or the second credit, whatever it is, and they don't know how to control it. Yeah, you need to have responsibility and kind of like you said, some type of what you were saying, what word you were saying, just responsible. You gotta be responsible. I mean, just gotta be
responsible. But everybody's not like this. So that's why it's not for everybody. But you can't take advantage of those perks, and we all know credit goes a long way in this country, in this world. So
credit's huge.
You can have all the cash you want, but if you don't have nobody want to lend you nothing, you ain't gonna do nothing. So it's help people with their scores and stuff like that. So I think it's something that people need to think about. If they can do that, to use their credit card a little more, but just take care of it.
And then what you're saying is teach your kids early. I don't care if they 2 years old, if they understand what's going on coming out your mouth. Start teaching about money, credit, buying homes, property, whatever it is.
At 13, and people might not know this, I got my daughter a credit card. Well, her credit card is attached to my credit card. So American Express card, I put her under it, and I took the card and I have it in the safe. She doesn't know I have it. So what's happening with that is that she's gaining credit that she didn't know she's getting. So I take her card, buy a cup of coffee, and then I put the card back. So say it's being used, but I pay the bill. So when she gets to be 17 or 18 years old, she's gonna have a credit history. She doesn't even know she has a credit history. So that's something that I think that we need to do for our kids sometime. Like, again, responsible parents, right? You do that for your kids, right. To get him or her a credit card at a certain age. I think Bank of America might be a certain age, but American Express is 13. They can be signed onto the card and have a card with their name on it and everything. So I did that when she turned 13. Been over a year and change. She has no idea that she even has one. I'll tell her eventually, but I don't want her to know that. It's just me setting that season that my wife's going to do the same thing, or maybe I'll do whatever for my son when he gets of age, to have something for him, and then we'll be building that credit. So because the big thing that happens with people, kids, when they get 18, they can't get anything, and you go like, why not? You have no credit history. But you can go, well, I had a car since I was 13. Like I have my history. So it's little games like that our community weren't told about, right?
It's a huge jewel. It's a huge jewel that you're dropping, and we gotta have a show, and you can probably come back. We're gonna talk about credit, man. Credit's huge. It's huge. Yes. Like you said, if you could start at 13, and by the time she's 18, she got credit. Like what? She's already, like how they say at the starting line, with the racist comic book, right? They always have the white person, like, 5 miles ahead of the black person at the starting line, and that starting line, right? You know what I mean? It's a huge starting point, and you're on the right track, man. But just like you said, at 13, yes, it's abused the credit situation. But even earlier, let's teach the kids about credit. Let's teach the kids about the stock market. Put them on your stock. Like, get them stock, get them bonds, get them whatever's going on. Tell them what's going on. Tell them about the society world. Because when they get older, it won't be surprised to them, and they'll be like, man, I'm already like 50,000 in on stock. They're gonna be like, they're gonna be 18. The kids, their friends gonna be like, what? You mean you got 50,000? Like, because you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to start them early. You know what I'm saying?
But sometimes you don't want your friends to know what you have in your account neither. Because you got some friends that no. But I'm just saying in general. As far as kids, you know how it was. You know how it was. Somebody said they had a band. They like, yo, let's go downtown. Where we going? Arcade, comic book shop.
They're gonna spend all your money.
Mickey D's to get the Biggie and the supersize.
They're gonna spend all that dough.
Before I get up my my pedestal, right? My freaking Malcolm X, right? No, serious. Like I think, like, and I say it to I ain't gonna call nobody's names, but my groups outside of this, like my family and friends, I'm always trying to convince them to have a text group and we can talk about finance or whatever, or just in general. And a lot of people don't take my offer on getting out of debt or learning about credit or learning about stock or buying property. And I'm upset and I'm sad about it. But you know what it is? I got to move on to people that want to listen and want to be in my circle and want to make money and want to do things for their life. So I'm gonna shut it down.
At me, man, because I told you hell no.
Oh, you?
Nah.
You know I'm telling yourself, Chuck. But Chuck was one of the ones that was hesitant. He's doing his thing now. He's got to all that.
No doubt.
But like I said,
this, man. I mean, we all gotta grow. We all gotta grow. That's the thing about it. Like they say, you can't bring up, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Not at all.
Just put the idea in the air. If they grab it, oh well. If they don't, hey, you did your best. You did what you were supposed to do. You shared something with them.
All right, the last thing we do, Vaughn, if you want to say something positive before you get out of here, man, you always want to leave on a positive tip. Then Chuck can shut it down, and then I'll be out of here. Be out of here.
Right, positive tip, man. All I can say is, love yours. You know what I mean? Love yours, wherever it is. Family, friends, love yours. Make sure you do that because you never know when they're gonna be gone.
Yeah, 100% right, man. Now, real talk, man. Real talk. Hug the loved ones, man. I was at, just recently. I went to a family gathering. I was like hugging longer than I should. Not hug more than I should, but I'm just, I'm like, I haven't seen you in a while. Like, live.
Them touchy-feely type people, man.
Oh, get out of here, man. But you know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what I mean? I was like, this is my cousin. Like, I need. I don't know if I'm, she might feel my hug ever again. Maybe I might pass away before she, you know what I'm saying?
You never know, man.
Yeah, you never know, man. But Chuck, shut us down, man. All right, man. Vaughn, appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot, man. Great Minds podcast, and check him out on his podcast as well. Straight to the point, man. I love that. Yo, I love I love it, man. So I'm gonna get more people on there.
Straight to the point with Vaughn, man. Yeah, we're gonna talk. Yeah, all right, Big Chuck. Be safe.
All right, peace out,
you too, man.
All right, one. Big Chuck, let's go, man. We gotta get out of it. What's up? You got something positive? Something you want to promote something real quick?
Hey, man, the one positive thing I gotta say to everyone, man, be true to yourself, man. Just be true to yourself, man, because don't let somebody, dictate the policy of what you need to do with yourself. You know what you need to do it. Don't wait on nobody. Don't wait on others. You be the you be the captain of your own ship.
Nah, I hear you, man. I ain't gonna let my battery about to die. So, but I'm gonna plug it. But let's get out of here, man. Yo, remember, love over hate, man. If anything else, man, and I want to thank my guests. And real quick, I want to thank who came in the chat. We had Powerful Impact. She said something that was insane. She said, as hot as it is, I might go bald. 105 in Texas, man. Mom Deuce came by talking about schooling us, talking about the Black Cowboys. Yeah. Thank you, Mom, for reminding us. Yo, he tapped in. Rein did tap in. He came in. And of course, my cousin, Lady T, she came in too, and she had some good comments. As always, go check her out. Go check out everybody that came on board, man, and everybody, man. Support, man. We're getting out there. Support Chuck's wife's bead line. You know what I'm saying? I still got mine. I be rocking it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, and that's down below in the description. Well, I gotta put in the description. Actually, I think it's in the description.
It's in the description.
Okay, yeah. And then it's down below too for promotions. Y'all can see it now. But all right, man, we getting out of here, man. Please remember love over hate. If anything else, man, if you can't remember anything, remember love over hate, man. We out of here, man. Peace. Boston, baby.